for them because of your problem. Ready for them, you say we ready for them. Ready for them because of your problem. Ready for them, you say we ready for them. Ready for them because of your problem.
Been numbered too long since your irreplaceable heart has gone. I can't shut my eyes before dawn. A life without you has been hard enough, and still I am forced to move on. Another step closer to the great beyond. I don't know who I have become now that the sorrow has made me numb.
now it's hitting me harder. It's just a little too tough. It feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. It feels like I can take over control. I never had it anyways. So what do you want from me? You got me feeling like I'm never enough. Just say, what do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. To say, what do you want?
Good evening, chat. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. And I hope you guys are ready for the 8th anniversary broadcast of DVD. We've just got less than an hour to go. We've got about 53 minutes. So we're going to get into some matches of DVD. And then when there's about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes remaining or 20 minutes remaining, we'll go over to the YouTube channel, and then we'll get ready to watch the broadcast. There's going to be improvements coming into game. There's the Chaos Shuffle limited time event that's coming. Vecna from DBD has been leaked, so maybe we'll get him as a killer. And there's other stuff that they've been teasing in regards to what they're going to give us. Some codes maybe of some blood points and stuff, but we'll see. But I hope you guys are ready. So without any further ado, we're going to jump into some killer rounds. There we go. Alright, and we'll continue going through the tome as well, which we haven't even started. Oh, yes, we have. We've done level 1. So we're up to level 2 now. So, heal yourself a total of 1 health state and 2 chaser emblems. Sure, we'll do that one. Alright. And we'll change our killer from Crow Lady to someone else. Let's go with... Who should we go with? Let's go the Xenomorph. Alright. So what do we got there? We've got the improvised cattle prod. We've got the lab as well. Bezzy, what's going on, my dude? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We'll take the lab, actually. Each time a generator is completed, a 15-second timer starts. Any survivor who comes within 10 meters of the control station during that time has their aura revealed for the remainder of that timer. Sweet. And then generators within 16 meters of a turret have the intensity of their auras determined by their repair progression. Yeah. Spies from the shadows I'm gonna take off. And I might be a little bit sweaty and put it on Lethal Pursuer if I've got it for the Xenomorph as well. Thank you, Bezzy, for the like as well. I've got all my snacks ready to go, guys. We've got Nerds. We've got Passion Fruit Frenzy Mountain Dew. We've got Samboy Barbecue Chips. Mike and Ike's. We're all ready to go. for this broadcast, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I love it. We'll have a look at our settings real quick as well. Our anti-aliasing's not on, but we'll just put that on as well. There we go. Makes everything look a bit smoother. But how's everybody doing? I hope your Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? It is. I was gonna have a fit if it wasn't. Nerdy, hello dude, welcome to the stream as well. Alrighty, here we go. Who have we got? We got a Dwight, a Ash, a Bill, and a Leon. Also, guys, make sure that you tell your friends to come into the stream, because as soon as the broadcast is ready to go, we will be hopping over. I forgot the Xenomorph was in DVD, yeah. Yeah, mine hasn't been prestiged yet, so hopefully I can get them up to prestige. I mean, I've got over 2 million blood points, so... Okay, 10 seconds to go. We're just waiting for Leon to ready up, but he'll probably... Yeah, there we go. What a pain for people to wait until the last 5 seconds to ready up. Alright, what do we got? Tiramisu, fresh bog, and we're going to the lab. Nice. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we go. Oh. Sorry, Feng. And that's why I bring Lightborn in. Apparently we'll be getting weather updates and night versions of the maps in Texas Chainsaw. I did see something of that on Steam. I'm definitely planning to go back into Texas, guys, because we've only done a few streams of that. And I definitely do want to return to that because of how much new content is coming to the game. Alright, now we've got the tail attack. Billy. Alright. No, that's exciting, Nettie. The fact that we'll have, like, rain and all that sort of stuff. Any luck getting into the Marvel's Rivals beta? No. Or close alpha? No. I think what they have done in their terms and conditions, Nerdy, is they've said that they're primarily, for the closed alpha, just focusing on people from the US and Canada. When really, they should focus on worldwide, but... Thank you, Finn. That's my own opinion. And now we've got people over on TikTok and other social media things showcasing their gameplay of it, and frankly, I'm trying to avoid it. When the beta comes out, after the alpha, they need to release more keys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, dude. I have seen a lot of gameplay, though, from the trailer and stuff. Okay, let's go through one of these tunnels. So the broadcast is happening at 10:30 Australian Western Standard Time. So I'm still having a look at the time at the moment. So as soon as it's maybe 10:02, we'll go over to the broadcast and watch it together. Has someone done a... Aha! Someone has. There we go. The totem snuffed out. Oh. There's a hook. See you later, alligator. Alright. Should be hearing news about the Killer Clowns beta hopefully soon. Nice. What I love is that we can play Killer Clowns a week early if we've pre-ordered it, and I've pre-ordered the deluxe edition, so I'm like super hyped, nerdy. Super duper hyped. Oh. How did... I'm sorry, how did that miss? Come here, Leon. Come here, dude. That reminds me, I've got to pre-order it. Pre-order it, dude. Pre-order it. That way you can play it with us a week early. And I'm planning to get all dressed up as one of the clowns, and it's gonna be amazing. Alright, where's these other two? Oh! I literally just went past Bill. Oh. 2 Jennies, 3 people to go. There we go. That was close. We'll hook you up here, Billy. No, not yet. I don't know how I feel at the moment, Mandy, about the new villain. I've seen the trailer and I'm like, I don't know. What was happening there for you, Dwighty? Okay, nearest hook. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh. Come on, where are yous? All right. There we go. Whee. Come on. No. No. Ooh. How did that not reach? There we go. Alright. Just around the corner. See you, Bill. 2 down, 2 to go. We've got Dwighty and Leon. And 1 generator to go as well. You know what? See if we can... See if we can hear him. Yes! Mr. Sleeper, what's going on? Welcome, 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 my man. Oh. They're doing this one up here. Oh, one of them is. I'm gonna get you, Dwight. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You tried with that grenade. Ooh. Come on. I wouldn't have done that, dude. Alright. Nearest hook. Hopefully I can... Oh no! Boo! Run, Leon, run. Run. Oh. No, don't rescue him off the hook, dude. I wouldn't. Oh. No, you don't. Oh, you turd. Oh, got him. Gotcha. Whew. Here we go. Just got a hook around the corner. Oh, you serious? One left. One left. Oh well, GG's. Okay, we got one chaser emblem of silver or better. Oh, what's this other one? The cat carrier. Exiting crawling mode will, due to a turret attack, makes you undetectable. That might be a bit better than the keyboard. And maybe the hunting category? Oh, here's another one. Acidic blood. While exiting a tunnel in crawler mode, any survivor who stuns you with a pallet in the next 20 seconds takes damage, and if that survivor is already injured, they suffer from deep wound. And deep wound puts a survivor in a dying state unless it's mended before the timer runs out. Ooh, I might put that on. I just got to make sure that I go through a tunnel. What other ones have they got? I don't like that clone skin. This one looks cool. And the queen. Alright. Oh. Went a bit too far. There we go. Okay, we got half an hour, guys. We've got 30 minutes until the broadcast. So we'll play for another 20 minutes. And then when we've got about 10 minutes to go, we'll get ready. Okay, a Zarina, a Jane, a Sable. And just waiting on a fourth. 7 people watching as well, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And a Claudette. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, here we go. Sealed Envelope, Sweet William, Murky Region, and Spotted Owl Reef. There we go, Springwood. All right. I'm gonna go in the tunnel straight away. Hopefully I can find him. Might go to that one. Oh, that was close. Ooh. Where are you gone? Oh. Yeah, try and blind me. Try and blind me. Yeah, that's right, you can't. There we go. You tried. Brian King, how you doing? Beano wish behavior What? Beano. Oh, Predator, not Alien. I wish they bring Predator into DBD. That, to be honest, that would be a great addition to the killer roster if they brought Predator. Just imagine like the sonar and like the heat sink vision that you could use. Like and like using the tracker and stuff on his wrist for like generators that are being worked on or almost complete as well. They could do so much with Predator. Oh! Nope. You're next, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alright. And look, there's a hook with your name on it. See? There we are. Ooh. No, you don't. I wouldn't, Zarina. I really wouldn't. Oh, you tried. Yeah, I know. She was a little bit early in regards to opening the locker, though. Get out of here, turret. And Quarter is the next to be on a hook. Okay. There we go. Where'd they go? Where did they go? Headshot. All right. I'm gonna put you on this one. Ooh. Okie doke. Zarina, you're up. Where are your friends? No. No. Where did you go? Oh. I mean, Jane, you tried and you did do the locker stun. However, you're not gonna win that one. I'm sorry. Alright, 2 dead, 2 to go with 2 Jennies as well. No. Okay, there's that one down below which we've checked. There's this one. And I hear movement. Nope. Oh, scratch marks. Alright. Alright, there's Claudette. Oh. Is she looping me? Yep. Nice try. Nice try. Hopefully I can hook you before you shake off. There we go. That Jane doesn't have the exact timing down for locker stuns, no. Definitely not. A little bit more practice, Jane, and you'll get it, but... not at the moment. Okay. There's that one, which nobody's working on. And then the one down below and one past the school. Okay, so we... okay, she's caved. Now we've got to find Zarina before she finds the hatch. Where would the hatch be? Near the killer shack? No. By this rate, she's already gonna find it. No, you're not. Alright. One of two choices. Okay. Are you at this one? No. You're not at this one either. Just doubly make sure, nah. Wow. 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 At least we got the two emblems though. Which was the one who escaped? Zarina. Windows of Opportunity, Bond, Dance With Me and Life. GG. GG. 10 people watching, guys. DC. There wasn't a DC, they escaped. Complete a total of 3 of the following. Hook survivors, yep. Okay, we've got 10 minutes. Maybe one more match, guys, maybe? Before the broadcast happens? What do you reckon? One more match, or should we just go over and just wait? That's nice to know, Alfredo, but keep it to yourself, dude, not in my chat. One more match, you reckon? Okay, we'll try our best with one more match. Okay, we'll do one as Chucky. Hang on. While we get ready for this one, I'll have a look. Oh, no, sorry, 8 minutes. I don't know if we have time, chat. Eight and a half minutes? No, because what happened? They extended the match of the game. Have they? How can they extend the match time if it's determined on how many survivors escape or get hooked? Seven minutes. We might... yeah, we might as well just stick around, chat. We might as well just stick around. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss the start. Pour myself another glass of passion fruit frenzy. There we go. Alrighty, guys. We've got 6.5 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, nobodies. I'm not gonna bother going into another match. Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get into a match, 2 absorbed hooking survivors, and then I'll miss the broadcast, so we're just gonna wait it out. But what are you guys looking forward to with this broadcast? What are you aiming to get out of it? Are you looking forward to the Chaos Shuffle event that's happening? Are you looking forward to the new chapter reveal? The D&D stuff? What are you looking forward to? Please let me know. I'm looking forward to how the Chaos Shuffle works. And obviously the new killer, if we get a new killer. Whether it's Vecna from Stranger Things or another one. All right, 4.5 minutes. Ooh, 4 minutes away, chat. Okay, bro, welcome to the stream, dude. Please keep it to English so we can understand you. Would really appreciate it. I'm gonna open these Micronikes up. Three minutes, chat. 3 minutes. I'm super duper hyped, guys. Okay, bro, don't come into my chat telling me what to listen. Don't listen to music, dude. I'll listen to whatever I want. And this is your final warning, by the way, dude. And music's not what you think it is, either. You might think that, dude. You might believe that. But I don't have the same beliefs as you do. I don't even know what that is, dude. Minute 20. Minute 20, guys. Minute remaining. Seconds. We're just waiting on them now. Okay, dude. I'm putting you in timeout. If you come back with all that stuff, dude, I'm gonna block you, dude, if you come back with all that stuff. Nobody's punishing me. Like I said, you might believe that, but I don't share the same beliefs as you do. Plain and simple. You can't just come into somebody's chat saying, oh, you know, you're gonna get punished because you listen to music. So we're just waiting on them. As soon as they start their stream up. Oh, here we go. Another half hour.
I've been right here for a long time. I've seen your dreams in the night sky. You know I want you to be mine. But you make it that easy.
All right. We don't need closed captions on. Yep. Sweet. Volpacula? I hope I've said your name right. Great, I made it. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream. 28 minutes to go. We're just gonna wait it out, guys. If we go into the game now, we're just gonna miss out, I think. Oh. Okay. What was your favorite anniversary reveal in the past? Guys, there's music, but there's no audio. DBD, fix your doo-doo.
Is a huge franchise
There we go.
that I've always enjoyed so much. So seeing that world and Dead by Daylight kind of come together, how RPD looked, the characters brought in, the cosmetics, even for like, Blight, Rebecca Chambers, Ada, Leon.
I loved how Resident Evil came into game.
Wesker, dude, which was absolutely awesome as well. Dude, Nemesis, Wesker, incredible. Ouroboros.
Bonjour, bienvenue dans le live anniversaire des 8 ans de Dead by Daylight. Je suis Sopalin, un Fog Whisperer français. L'un de mes moments préférés sur les lives d'anniversaire de DBD, ça a été pour les 4 ans, parce qu'il y avait le reveal de Silent Hill. C'était tellement génialissime. Le 4 ans correspond au
Oh, when they brought in Silent Hill.
C'est tellement logique. Pendant ce live anniversaire, il y avait aussi les couronnes d'anniversaire, qui ressemblaient étroitement au skin Legacy. C'était tellement bien.
Qual foi sua revelação favorita numa transmissão anterior de aniversário? Cara, essa pergunta é muito fácil de responder. Foi o Nemesis. Quando o Nemesis chegou,
Nemesis.
só faltou eu quebrar a casa inteira. Eu saí pulando, eu saí gritando, quebrei até meu ventilador, mano. Então, com certeza, foi o Nemesis.
Hello everybody, it's Polyester here. My favorite reveal from past anniversary streams would have to be the Silent Hill chapter, because I think that one surprised almost everyone.
I think my favorite reveal for
Carla?
DVD anniversary was DVD's 5th year anniversary, because that's when Resident Evil came to Dead by Daylight. And
Resident
I remember
Evil's
everyone
still
being
my
so
favorite.
Excited for it. I know I was. It was also.
This is my
around that
first
time
anniversary. I started
Whisper
playing
as well. So I
last
think
year
Year
around the
5
time the
was my favorite.
Xenomorph joined
It's always
DBD.
exciting to see your favorite franchise be announced as a new chapter, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to see what other horror icons we might see in the future.
That's right.
Question 2: what are you looking forward to, or what do you think will be revealed in the Dead by Daylight 8th anniversary stream?
What I'm looking forward to,
I'm not sure,
what I
eh?
hope will be revealed in the 8th anniversary stream, or this stream, I think is, I don't know, dude, can we please get it? Or, you know, a lot of
Yes.
people have been mentioning Five Nights at Freddy's, but
Yes.
mainly it. Or
Springtrap
Headless Horseman.
or
Bring it
Pennywise.
home. Bring Headless Horseman in. Everyone's making fun of me in the comments, aren't they? I can tell.
Ce que j'attends le plus pour ce live anniversaire des 8 ans de Dead by Daylight, je dirais comme la plupart des gens, Stranger Things, avec l'arrivée pourquoi pas d'un nouveau chapitre,
Vecna is the
et
killer.
notamment en killer de Vecna. Ah, ce serait tellement génialissime.
There's been
Et
some
on connaît
leaks,
aussi l'amour indéfectible
like,
entre Bavure et
pointing
Resident Evil.
towards
Donc,
it.
pourquoi pas un nouveau chapitre
I don't
Resident
know
Evil.
whether
Il y a encore
DBD is
tellement de
done
chapitres qui peuvent
with
être
Stranger
incroyables,
Things, though.
exceptionnels. Et
So we'll
pourtant,
just have
ça
to
fait
wait and
déjà
see.
8 ans que DBD nous fournit des chapitres plus exceptionnels les uns que les autres.
O que você espera ansiosamente ou o que você acha que vamos revelar na live do 8º aniversário do Dead by Daylight? Essa foi a pergunta que a Behavior me fez. Cara, tudo que eu espero é que seja um killer com um poder divertido e forte de se usar, mano. O que importa bastante num killer é realmente o poder dele, porque isso vai definir se o povo vai usar ele ou não. Então, com certeza, é isso.
This year for the 8th anniversary live stream, I feel like there's just one.
Hoping that Knight and Vittorio get some D&D cosmetics.
By Daylight, and it would be the cherry on top.
That would be awesome.
That character. So fingers crossed we get a big license revealed. And if we're just talking about game stuff,
yeah, if it's a massive license reveal for the next chapter,
I would love to see it in DBD. Maybe
that'd
a
be
crafting
awesome.
mode where we could get a new currency or even some Prestige 100 rewards would be so cool to be announced this year.
2024年8周年記念配信で一番楽しみにしているのはやはり今回新たに発表され
new
るであろう
characters in the future that should be announced today. Yeah,
新キャラクターです。
both Survivor and Killer.
BP アップフォイングは何
I'm curious which
What am I looking forward to the most in this anniversary stream? I just love hanging out with the Fog family, seeing the amazing set decorations and all of the reveals that are here to come. But hey, you know, if you were gonna announce Candyman today, I wouldn't complain. Happy anniversary, everybody.
For our 8th year anniversary, I have no idea what Dead by Daylight is planning. It's always something big and exciting, and I love the events that come along with it. So I'm honestly just so proud that we are going to be celebrating 8 years with Dead by Daylight and going into our 9th year, so I'm excited for anything.
I'm really hoping we can find more information about the casting of Frank Stone. I think this is going to be a
Yeah,
really cool and
I'm
exciting
looking forward to
experience
the
with
casting
expansion
of
the
Frank
Dead by
Stone and
Daylight
what
lore.
that's
really
all
looking
about.
forward to all the upcoming
I'm
announcements
excited to
for
see
Dead by
who the new
Daylight.
Survivor and Killer are. Yeah.
Hello, it's your boy, Mr. Flatface himself. Never mind. Holy all right. My goodness, dude.
そう今はジェネプッシュプッシュ
Elle casse le génie, elle casse le génie. Mais si elle a nulle part où se cacher, elle va me voir. Ça comptera pas si elle a nulle part où se cacher. Elle m'a pas capté. Elle m'a pas capté.
What happened there? The nurse went right up to him and couldn't see him. Or decided not to kill him.
Elle me capte pas.
Oh no, she didn't see him at all. How can you not? Wow.
Je peux pas les gars, c'est trop. C'est beaucoup trop. Non. Non, c'est beaucoup trop. Non, non, non. C'est du grand n'importe quoi. Tom est un génie.
One of the many reasons I play this game is for the jump scares and other funny moments. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, he did not see that coming. And he's gonna see this coming even less.
Wow. Yeah, the amount of jump scares I've had.
This one, you'll just walk past it, honey.
He's out of knives.
The most horrible killer that I don't enjoy, Trickster.
Someone be here right now.
I thought that was gonna be a... Oh my god, oh my god. Please, 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 please.
Lily!
What? Oh, this was the only. This was the only thing. Where all the survivors were small, but the Oni was like gigantic. Yeah. That was a good mode, I will admit. I love that.
Oni-chan.
Oni-chan.
Oh my god, elle s'est fait trop peur. Hein.
Y'all better be careful today, because I might phase. I might phase at any moment.
I prefer Skull Merchant over Trickster. That event was fun, yeah. Being the spirit.
He's right there on the hill. He's on the hill. What do we? No. You don't know I'm here. You don't know I'm here. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Oh, Mister. Oh.
Word.
でもな、ここにフックあって、それあって来るかな。約束の8。来るならここら辺じゃない。
No way.
ここら辺。
No way.
来なければ。
Wow.
予想した通りじゃん、今の。
Please.
No, spooky loops.
Only trap on the stairs.
He knows the crow over her.
He was super close.
Oh, her head?
I stepped on the trap on the stairs. I did, bro. I stepped in the trap on the stairs. Oh no. Dude.
Was that a 360 wall fight? Yeah, you want to see something cool? I'll show you something cool. You just wait until I do a 520.
Oh, I found the hatch.
It's shut though.
Wait.
Oh, the key. Is that a key? Yeah. Oh, wow. My favorite trapper add-on is the bear oil. Makes setting traps silent. Nice.
What is the name of the coffee shop that Sable and Michaela worked at? Is it A, Mooncake, B, Moonlights, C, Moonstone, or D,
Moonlight?
Sunstone?
It's Moonlight, isn't it? Moonlight Cafe? Moonlight Coffee? Moonstone. Ah. I'm sure that there's more questions that I can get correct though, Vol. I thought it was Moonlight. Moonlight Coffee. Moonstone. I think Michaela's got a t-shirt, doesn't she, with Moonstone on it? That countdown's like shaking profusely. You can't see it on Moonstone. Okay.
Quand les jumeaux sont-ils nés? A.
When were the twins born? 16th century, 17th century, 18th century.
18e siècle. D. Au 19e siècle.
Oh, damn. 18th? It's 18th or 16th century. Are we getting a new chapter soon, Queen B? We are. Welcome to the stream, B. She does. She's the one of my favourite survivors. Nicolas Cage is my main. Nice. 18th. Is it 18th century B that the twins were born? I've got to do some more digging in regards to their lore and stories, hey? "12 seconds remaining for this question. 16th century. 17th century. Ah.
デッドバイデイライトの周年記念は
Okay, this one. When is the anniversary of Dead by Daylight? June 14,
B
June 15,
15日 C
June 16,
16日 D
June 17. Well, what's today's date? June 4, June the... Oh no, hang on. We're not in June yet. June 14th, 15th, 16th or 17th? 15th? '17th, I think Charlotte and Victor were around the time that America was being colonized. Ah, okay. Oh. '17th? I'm going to say 14th. Yeah, June 14th, because I thought the 14th of May. Alright, how many blood points will you receive at the end of the season if you've reached iridescent for both Survivor and Killer? 1,500,000, 250,000, or 2 million. How many blood points will you receive at the end of the season if you've reached iridescent for both Survivor and Killer? Wouldn't it be... iridescent. It's either A or B, isn't it? Iridescent. It would be close to 500,000, wouldn't it? I think it's 2 million. Oh, so it would be a million each, be? A million for Survivor and a million for Killer? Okay, 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. 2 million.
Hi, darlings. This is your girl, Die Hard Deep, and I have a question for you, the community. Which of the following offerings grants 107% bonus blood points in all categories to all players? Is it A, Frightful Flan, B, Bloody Party Streamers, C, Survivor Pudding, or D, Terror Misu?
Bloody Party Streamers. I think 1 million. I got a 500,000 last night at Gold Tier 1. Nice. 107 bonus blood points in all categories. 107. No, it might be Frightful Flan. Tiramisu? There was one match we did before this broadcast and stuff that had one of the survivors brought tiramisu in. Oh no, Bloody Party Streamers is 100%. That's right. 107 bonus. Ah, okay.
Congratulations to the 8 years Dead by Daylight, and I'm so excited to see what happens next. Happy anniversary!
Sweet.
Hi, my name is Gene, and I am a senior game designer.
Hi, this is Pamela, Lady Y designer on DBD.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and I am a killer designer on Dead by Daylight.
Hello, it's community manager Dork, and I'm super excited to be looking at your fan art today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with
Let's have a look at some fan art.
So here we go. I love this look of the unknown, especially like the broken gun. So that's like their weapon.
It's like the unknown ate both the deer hunter and the deer at the same time. He was like, okay, well, that works together.
The bones protruding from everywhere is so uncomfortable, and obviously a great way for the unknown.
Oh, Talita and Renato. Yeah, this is just perfect. I love those characters so much.
Yeah,
in
that's
one of
cute.
the first chapters I work on, so it's great. I like to see them here. This was for the Blood Moon event.
Wait, is this illustration or is this CG? I actually can't tell.
Like I just like stopping myself because this is amazing.
The trickster in this very like blacklit room. That is so cool. I think it very much goes with
it's cosplay though, it's not fan art.
Kind of neon.
Oh, I see everything from Brazil here. I love it. The reference, the Rio de Janeiro, Renato and Thalita. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is like a really cool way of showing like what Michaela looks like booning.
I really love
That's cool.
Style in her hair.
Michaela doing a boon totem.
Oh, Naughty Bear. Oh, it's felt. Oh my god.
I'd be really interested, like, if you do another one, to see like a video of how you did it.
Wow, this skull merchant is really incredible.
That's cool.
Like, I wish I could zoom in some more on the mask piece. Looks like there's so much detail in there.
Holy crap, the prop work and even like the hair's on point.
I have been seeing you on Twitter, and I've just been so excited about your journey of cosplay and making cosmetics. This is so good.
Okay, this like comic art,
the comic book style of
Michaela against the unknown. That is horrifying, but very, very, very.
That's
cool.
really cool.
Great composition. Really like it. Really makes me think of like American 70s comics, like with the cross hatching. Very illustrative, very dynamic.
I don't see enough art of the Deathslinger. And this is a really good one. I love the chain.
I really love that they obscured
some very talented people, yeah.
I think that's,
both in cosplay and art.
This is great lighting.
For Sable?
That is a badass one.
No, Yunjin Lee.
I love the details. You even put like the caution.
I've dealt with psychopaths in suits. You're just ugly and worse dressed.
This is like really interesting to see like all of the aspects of.
Oh, they've made like a Oni.
This is like fine
mask.
Like this is attention to the max of details.
Oh wow.
And this purple. That's such a pretty purple.
Wow.
That's gorgeous. I want on my desk. Oh, the black finish. Okay, okay.
Nice.
That is an amazing mask.
Oh my god, my little neck hair.
My little Oni.
Oh, with the neck hairstyle.
My little Oni. My little Oni.
Like pointing out, it's a P100 Oni. That's doing the stomping on this full Meg lobby.
Love the spirit. Really love the spirit, and I like the shards coming
My little
out
Oni, yeah.
The hair going out of frame is really fun. It just keeps like it's going forever.
This is fantastic. This
the
is
artist
a really
fan
great
art.
Piece of the artist.
Nice.
Like, I love the use of the colors.
I love the summoning crows as well in the background.
I've ever seen the artist.
I love how one of the
Meg
crows
was
is a lot
hilarious.
cooler and the other one's a bit warmer.
And I love that she enjoyed companionship with her crows. Is a really nice idea. It's really cool.
Look at her.
The nurse. Oh no, the plague. Sorry.
Gorgeous.
All the little details and
wow.
Like, with all
look
the
at the head piece.
The crown.
Such a hard work. I love this. I cannot even think how many hours was this, how many days. It's just really good production.
It's a challenge to put it together.
This is a really great spirit. I really love how
love the plague, yeah.
Captured this entire mood.
That's so cool. Like this, I could see this as a poster. I'd love to have this poster.
All things wicked.
So perfect. It feels like her.
Sable?
Yeah. Oh my, even the necklace. The expression, it's Sable. It's Sable. You are Sable. Yeah.
No way. The dredge?
The dredge.
How did you make this possible?
Full costume too.
I'd scream.
Look at that.
Like I do in every trial.
Yeah. Okay.
As a former actor at a haunted attraction, I love these cosmetics. Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, dredge cosplay. Hey, you want some? No, thanks.
I honestly would love to see this. I would love to see
the unknown hanging out with Dwight.
Of survivors. I don't know how you guys can make the unknown a cute character, but you just made something possible.
What is the unknown eating? That's the big question there.
Oh, this is one of my favorite Feng Min skins.
Feng Min.
The headphones and the blue hair. That's so
And
cool.
she's playing DBD.
I didn't even notice the game was in the background.
I love that people understand that you're never clean in the entity's realm. It's just, yeah, you never have a shower.
gosh, not going into the woods anytime soon. Trying to stay as far away from this as possible. This came out amazing.
Is that
it's like a 1-for-1.
Huntress?
Which one is the game right now? I cannot even tell.
This skin for Claudette, I need it. This is so cool.
I love it. Let's go out on this one.
Hello there, King Cookie, Sephi. What's going on? Oh, Baba Yaga
cool
for
way
the Huntress.
to present Sable's
That's cool.
invocation perk, because like it's all the different hands that would come to help her do her invocation weaving spiders perk in the basement.
Oh, and the spirit. This feels like a real anime, like a screenshot from an
Yeah.
anime. I think that's so awesome.
It's just amazing how you make it. Yeah. I
That
wanna
looks
watch
cool,
this.
yeah.
Can we make it? This is great.
The entity is actually an infant compared to the other Eldritch God, and the entity's realm is like a drawing currently attached to a 5th dimensional refrigerator. It's like, that's actually really good. I really like that idea. It's cool. And again, maybe, who knows?
Oh,
you
the
know,
lore
this game
theory.
is 7-8 years old now, maybe in 88 years. Who knows where it's going to be? You know, everything's possible.
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes 40. I can't wait to see what's gonna be revealed in this. 2 minutes to go, chat. You missed out big time, Sethi, because just before they did a few like questions about DBD and I got them all wrong. Hey Beans, would you play that game I shared to you once it comes out? Remind me which one that was. Which one was that? It could be Vecna, Strad, or something else. Either way, it's going to be awesome. I don't know if they will bring it because we've already got a clown in game. So, even though I'd love to see Pennywise in game. The part 2 of the game you played before. Oh! Amanda the Adventurer. Would I play that game? Absolutely. Never enough clowns. Facts. Facts. Yeah, I'd play Amanda the Adventurer too. Absolutely. What we might do though, Seth, is before they release number 2, we'll go through number 1 again. Just so we can revisit it. Here we go, guys. 12 seconds. Here we go. Hope you guys are ready. I've got all my snacks ready to go. Let's do it. Let's do this. Here we go. Oh. Just normal DVD. Dead by Daylight. Since 2016, we've had horror in our hearts. Oh, you're more of a Poppy Playtime fan? Go through the nightmare of figuring things out. Yeah. Isn't that a real creepy game? Well, Amanda the Adventurer? Can be. It's like Dora the Explorer meets survival horror. 2021, we got Resident Evil. 2022, we got
that. That is so beautiful. I really like that.
Alan Wake. We're having the time of our lives.
You're dead.
Scaring you to death. 60 million players. Well done, DVD. Can we get some claps in chat? Can we get some claps in chat? 60 million players worldwide. What an achievement. What an achievement. Boop the snoot. Boop. Here we are.
We are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. That trailer gets me so hyped.
So hyped.
60 million, yeah.
And the jump scare at the end is necessary.
Yes. So, hi, everybody around the world.
Hello.
On YouTube and Twitch and OpenRec. We're in Japanese. We're in Portuguese. We are in Spanish and, of course, English, because that's what we're capable of. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is DVD's official 8th anniversary celebration.
Yes, and it's truly amazing to already know that we're on our 3rd live stream of the year, with only more to come. And we just have to say thank you on behalf of the entire Dead by Daylight team for 8 amazing years of support from community worldwide.
Yep. So today we are going to be looking at everything that's coming over the coming year. We're going to be starting pretty soon after our little intro here.
Happy to be part of 60 million players, yeah.
2 days ago, and that's Dungeons and Dragons coming to Dead by Daylight. So it's going to be a full chapter. We're going to dive into that, and in fact, after the show today, that will be playable on Steam on the PTB.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But this wouldn't be a
I totally forgot it's their anniversary till I saw you stream.
So you're definitely going to want to stay for the full broadcast to see everything we've got to reveal today. But we've also got a live Q&A, so if you have any questions, please do make sure to drop them in your respective chats so we can answer as many as possible at the end of the stream. But let's go ahead and take a look at
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Yep, we've got a great one lined up. We're going to be joined by our buds Steph and Justin to walk you through our Year 9, which is a crazy number, Year 9 content and design roadmap.
Really, it's not really a reveal because they just said that the new chapter is going to be Dungeons and Dragons.
Quality of life improvements coming to the game, including one that you're not going to want to miss.
Yes, and then we'll have Dave and Janik here to reveal everything coming with the latest chapters for Dead by Daylight. Then we're going to have some updates about the other projects we've got in the world of DVD, that being the casting of Frank Stone by Supermassive and an unnamed multiplayer PvE game by Midwinter. Then we'll have Justin, a completely different Justin.
What? A PvE game?
That's coming. To break down this year's in-game shenanigans for the anniversary.
There would be a perk that has something to do with the dice.
Which, once again, drop your questions in the chat so we can answer as many as possible. And who knows, we might have some.
Yeah, they'll show gameplay. Yeah.
And while you're dropping your questions, we thought we would drop some content on you. You like that?
Yeah.
PvE, let's go.
Twitch drops are back. So if you've watched our streams before, we like to offer Twitch drops to our viewers, and today is no exception. So they're live right now, and you can get them by connecting your behavior account to your Twitch account. So there should be a QR code you can see. There should be links in the Twitch chat to jump over and get that hooked up if you're not already.
Yes, and if you're new to Twitch drops with Dead by Daylight, all you need to know is that by watching any Dead by Daylight stream in the Twitch directory, you'll be accruing watch time, which will allow you to claim 3 of the Twitch drops we have active today until May 28th. The first one, if you've already been with us since the start of our stream, you're already on your way to claiming, which is going to be the Totem in-game badge. And then after this,
Crimson Hue
Dead by Daylight stream for 4 hours, you'll get the Crimson Hue in-game banner. And then lastly, for 8 years, 8 watching time, you'll be able to get the Greenville, Welcome to Greenville in-game banner.
What did she say? 8
so
years?
Enjoy those drops, but we mentioned surprises, and
hopefully we'll get more dragon stuff. A dragon killer would be awesome. Most likely a young dragon.
Actually, a new game.
Oh my god. What? What the?
We've got a game that we haven't told anybody about yet. It's from the world of Dead by Daylight. We're going to share it with you right now. It features some familiar faces. And most importantly, it is super duper fun. And I think you'll be surprised. So let's take a look.
Oh, here we go. New game. Is this Frank Stone or is this a brand new game? Claudette and Dwight. Okay. Sucked into Jumanji. What the fog?
Well, you've done it now, Dwight. You just had to touch the cursed board game.
Oh my gosh!
You and are trapped in our world, and danger is everywhere. But don't despair. Use your new magic abilities against the swarms of
This
monsters.
looks hell fun.
Run, jump, and shoot.
That looks
Collect life
cute,
points
yeah.
and generators, increasing your powers along the way. Unlock the door to escape together.
Jumanji style, yeah.
Did you just die? It's not over yet. Use spells to keep your friend alive until they can revive you. Do you and your friend have what it takes to survive? Ponder this as you ask yourselves, what the fuck?
It's out now? Get the game for free with your behavior account. Playing it. Fengmin. Wow.
Oh my God, that song is so earwormy. It's gonna get stuck in my head.
Yes.
The game itself is like the guitar solo of video games.
Yeah, like I'm already gonna walk away.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing that on the channel
But
chat.
anyway, yes, you saw that correctly. What the Fog is now available, and it's not only that, but it's free for current behavior account holders and new subscribers. But we do have a limit of free keys, so you're gonna want to make sure that you make your behavior account after the stream, of course, or in another tab. Just don't leave. But go ahead and grab that.
Free
claim it on your
keys?
account, and if you're unable to, then you're able to get it on Steam, which is exclusively on
cool.
Steam for $4.99 USD.
Yep, and as
$5
you might expect with the drops,
$5.
Now a free game. A lot of people watching the stream. Of
course there's Fengmin.
On our
Free,
behavior
awesome,
logging
yeah.
System. So if there is, bear with us. We will get you in the door, and don't worry, you'll get.
Is it a PC only
so as
game?
you might have been able to tell from that trailer, What the Fog, which is just the best title, is a two-person co-op roguelite. The simple goal of surviving and escaping with each increasingly difficult level. So to do that, you go head-to-head with swarms of monsters and bosses, and as we mentioned, lots of heavy metal guitar.
Yes.
Nice.
So Eric and I got to play it before launch, and honestly, it was so crazy fun. Like, I had that song stuck in my head for weeks. But you need to make sure that you get your hands on it so that you can have fun, survive, and then get the fog out.
Nice. So that out of the way. See, you weren't expecting that.
Two players only, yeah.
We're going to dive into the show. So we're going to hand things over to Stefan and Justin to talk about Dead by Daylight's Year 9 roadmap.
All right, Year 9 roadmap. Let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing it. 10 likes already on the stream, guys. Thank you very, very much. Make it 11. What do you mean, Bo? Any moment now. There we go.
Thank you for joining us. It's great to be back with you celebrating Dead by Daylight's 8th year anniversary. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, head of production.
Justin Brown,
Sabushka,
product director.
hello,
Really
welcome to the
excited
stream.
To be here with you today to talk a little bit about Dead by Daylight's Year 9 roadmap.
I'm going to take a second here at the top of the show to give a big shout out to
Is there
our
stream
absolutely
earlier this
phenomenal
year?
team that's working on the game.
What is there stream
day in,
earlier
day
this
out.
year?
They
I
are the
swear in
reason
previous
we are here
years
with
it's
you
been
today
out
and celebrate 8 amazing years of
at
Dead by
like
Daylight.
2 to
Before
3
going any
a.m.
further, I just want to address something that's probably going to get talked about quite a bit in the chats across the different channels. We know since the last,
it must be earlier this year. Yeah, so
it's been plaguing the game. The team has been working extremely hard at it over the last
accompanying for people's time zones, maybe.
That the team has been
Thank you, Vol, for liking the video as well.
PTB later today. If everything is successful with that, we will be deploying that fix to live, and hopefully it should improve the situation. But it's still to be confirmed. So keep an eye on our channels for that. We'll keep you all posted about this. Moving into the future a little bit. The coming year for Dead by Daylight is going to be huge, and that's saying something coming off of our biggest years to date. Since the last anniversary, we have released amazing licensed content such as Alien, Chucky, Alan Wake, and a personal favorite of mine, Nick Cage, such an amazing addition to the game.
Yeah.
On top of that, we've also released our most popular original chapter to date, All Things Wicked.
Of course, and we can't forget, we did the Halloween event, which was bigger and better than ever with the introduction of the Void. This year, we introduced the concept of modifiers in Dead by Daylight, starting in February.
With the
Lights
Oni?
Out. We followed it with My Little Oni, and soon, later this week, we'll introduce Chaos Shuffle, the third one.
Yes, I can't wait for Chaos Shuffle.
Improving the player experience between anti-face camp, blood web UX improvements, the killer FOV slider, survivor DC bots, and even the search bar. So there's a lot there. And finally, we've taken a few big steps towards increasing our transparency, our communication with regular live streams on each of our content releases.
My Little Oni is what they called it. I love it, yeah.
Into the future and what's really coming up for this year. We're happy to announce today that we have 6 new chapters currently in the works, and 2 of those chapters will be Survivor-only chapters for this year.
6 new chapters!
We'll have the usual 4 new tomes that are going to be coming out, spread throughout the year. As we've talked a little bit and teased even earlier last week,
3 licensed chapters, guys!
Dungeons and Dragons. And we're actually going to deep dive that in a
So in June we've got one, August we've got one, in October, I think. No, sorry, in next year as well. 6.
Of course, and we're going to follow that with a licensed survivor, a character who truly embodies the meaning of that word. After that, an iconic killer survivor duel will be coming into the fog, and if you stick around to the end of the show, you're going to get a little preview as to what that will be. We'll finish off 2024 with an original Killer and Survivor chapter. And
Can't wait for that.
Year 9 roadmap with a licensed Killer-only chapter, followed by an original Survivor-only.
It's a lot of stuff coming up. Moving a bit away from our content roadmap.
Let's go.
We're going to take a closer look at the 4 pillars out of which the year will be based on. For those of you who have been with us for a long time, you'll see that there's consistency throughout the years with the 4 pillars that we're focusing on, but we're really adjusting the contents of each.
A Killer and Survivor duel.
Working on the features that have the most value and the most interest to all of our players.
Like a duo?
In ways where we can expand the game further and further.
Of course, and we're going to
Is that what they mean, like a duo, or more
Firstly, we're thrilled with the response to our regular broadcasts.
I'm trying to figure it out now.
You can fully expect more to come as we progress throughout the year, accompanying all of our major releases.
No, they haven't got Jason yet.
Topic we rarely talk about publicly.
Well, they haven't got Jason yet.
But one thing I will inform you all of is last year we set out to start tackling this AFK bots problem that we see, especially in some regions of the game. Phase 1 had very promising results, and we're certainly going to be taking that forward another step into Phase 2 in the coming year.
Right.
Our next 2 pillars, live balance and quality of life, we won't discuss too much. Of course, you can expect regular live balance updates throughout the year and new quality of life. But my friend and colleague Derek will be coming up in the gameplay improvement segment.
Jason is the hardest killer to get a license by the look of things, yeah.
One of the most highly requested features.
If they bring Dracula into DBD, they better give him his castle, most likely a Borgo map. Jason would be a welcome addition to DBD, yeah, for sure. Gas, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream, man.
Seasonal events. And this
Good to
is
see
something we're
you.
going to keep pushing forward over the coming year. With this year, we're starting to do a bit of a split where we're going to have our events happening on a separate matchmaking queue, which essentially means that at any time there's an event ongoing, you can decide to still play normal Dead by Daylight if that's what you're looking for, but you can also go into the event-specific queue and play some of that gameplay. this is really going to allow us to push gameplay further and further away from the typical way Dead by Daylight normally works.
Oh, right. So
it's going to be a very interesting way for us to
with
approach
future events and stuff, they'll have an event queue as well as normal DBD.
More modifiers to make it in the game.
Cool.
Whether it's the one we've talked about.
I want to know what's happening to the Conjuring chapter because it got leaked and it never happened.
Introducing new modifiers that are either tweaks on something or something completely different. But modifiers are just a little sliver of what we're planning to do this year, and I think we have something a little bigger that might be coming up.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm so happy to be here and let you guys know that for the first time ever, this summer, Dead by Daylight will have a new mode, not modifier, but a mode coming to you all. We've been listening and hearing your feedback.
Yes.
And I'm really happy to let you know that this summer, replacing Scorching Barbecue will be the first ever time-limited 2v8 mode in Dead by Daylight. We'll be doing a full breakdown of what this mode is when we get closer to the release.
2v8?
I'm going to thank my friend Stefan for joining me, invite my friend Matt to the couch.
I thought they were bringing in the nun, which I thought was cool.
What's to come.
Oh, yeah. Gameplay not final. Oh! 2 killers on 8 survivors! Oh, I'm looking forward to that. We gotta play that, B. We gotta play it, Seppi. Get Kara involved as well. I've always wondered what that'd be like. Oh, look at those little clawed things that you get captured in.
Boom. Thank you for joining us, Matt. Well, I know it's still early and everything is subject to change. I think it's going to be really fun
really
to
cool.
Let the community in on some of our plans for this upcoming 2v8 introduction.
Absolutely. Thanks, Justin.
So they've turned a bug or a hack into an actual mode.
This is a new game mode, which is really cool. Other gameplay events that we've done before, so Lights Out, My Little Oni, soon Chaos Shuffle, these are what we're calling modifiers. And modifiers basically take a DVD
What was that, a
match,
giant spider? I don't know.
But ultimately, you're
It looked
still
like a
playing
claw
DVD.
thing that just
With
captures
this new
you,
game
that's
mode,
all.
2v8, we're fundamentally changing the way that you play Dead by Daylight. In this particular case, there's 2 killers, 8 survivors, and a bunch of new changes that we're going to get into very shortly. The focus with 2v8, we really wanted to hone in on what's exciting and fun and chaotic with DBD. And we're leaning more into
2 killers is going to be interesting, yeah. There's been mention of a spider killer at some point in the times.
It's also worth mentioning that the way
that would be very scary, just seeing like a giant spider coming around the corner
this is just
to,
the first iteration.
you know,
So we'll be looking to add more content,
pin you
more
down
gameplay in
and
the
hook you.
future based on community feedback.
Absolutely. And
Spiders
super excited
show up,
to see
Seth
what everybody
says.
says about this mode when it comes out. So first, let's break down a few of the key changes that we know are going to be coming to 2v8 this summer. I mean, of course, there's still generators, there's still
just bring out the Mortine, Sethy, you'll be right.
Maps bigger to accommodate all of the action, all of the chaos.
Sethy's like,
and
bye!
we're also doing away with perks in this mode, instead introducing a new sort of 2v8 exclusive system called classes for survivors.
That's right. Yeah, so when it comes to survivors, basically once you've chosen your character, you can select and equip a player class. And this class is effectively your power for the match, and it helps players identify what your role is within the team.
Right.
So instead of mixing and matching perks, instead we really wanted to focus on a particular playstyle for this. And
it would be cool to have an arachnid-like killer,
that kind of
classes,
thing. That's what we're really going for with
So
these
what they're
classes.
saying for the 2v8 is instead of putting perks in your loadout, you'd have a class.
And it'll work a little differently for killers. You'll be able to choose from one of the 5 original killers, each with their own specific gameplay. Killers obviously have powers, so they don't have classes in this mode.
You can't use any more than the 5 originals.
For example, if you are the Wraith, when you cloak yourself, if your teammate is within a certain radius of you, they will also get the undetectable status effect, allowing you to coordinate a sort of team stealth attack. Should make for some entertainment. The reason that we're focusing on the 5 original killers is just to make sure that this is as accessible
Did
as
they
possible.
say that it's a LTM or a permanent mode?
Everybody can have fun.
The 2v8?
You enjoy the content,
and it's limited, it's like an event mode, so
is the
It'll
tune.
only be
It's
for a little bit.
The first time ever that success and failure as a killer does not rely solely on your shoulders. You have a teammate to sort of benefit from, learn from, or even, blame when things go wrong. So working together is just going to make the match so much more fun, so much more efficient.
Absolutely. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that for this mode, we really wanted to keep the action.
It's replacing
pace and the
Scorched
momentum
Barbecue,
flowing. During our playtest, we found that the process of
So
downing
the
Survivor,
killers that you'll be
picking
able to
them up,
play
carrying
as
them
is
to the hook,
Wraith,
it
Trapper,
really started to
Nurse,
slow things down for this mode in particular.
Hillbilly.
So we're doing away with hooks as well. There's no hooks in 2v8. Instead,
Huntress?
once the killer's downs a survivor, they'll be able to send them to a cage. This works very
I
similar
think
to
it'll be
Pyramid
limited
Head.
to
will
test it
teleport
out
the
and probably
survivor
bring
to
it
another part
back
of the map, away
if
from
it's
the
high
killers.
enough demand, yeah.
And of course, this still counts as hook states. So once you've been hooked 3 times, you'll be out of the match. And as Justin said before, there will be 5 original killers coming to this iteration of this game mode, but we will be looking to add more as we iterate on it and add more to it. Of course, we'll also be improving the game as it goes along, so content will be coming in as well as updates to classes and gameplay.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, Matt. And to all of you at home, if you want to learn more about 2v8, please join us in our July live stream. We will hope you're looking forward to this year 9. For now, back to you, Eric and Dork.
This 8th anniversary's already been amazing. I still need to find out how to connect my behavior account to my Twitch account, so I can get those badges and banners. I don't know about the banners, but I'm definitely keen to get that totem badge. That looks awesome. A Trapper and Huntress team would be awesome. Yeah.
Great segment. Great beard, Stefan. People were loving the wet beard in chat. But the real story, 2v8.
2v8, yes. I cannot wait to dodge hatchets and chainsaws at the same time.
I can't wait for our killers to finally have friends that they can play with.
Get some friends in the fog. Forge friendships in the fog.
But that was a great segment to watch. I loved the reactions in chat. I think the guys did a really good job of explaining this is a first iteration, and there's going to be a lot of changes based on community feedback. So that's why we're not just flipping the switch and making it permanent all of a sudden. You need to actually get the mode where we want it. But
all
we're
the
using
beard
word
love,
mode,
yeah.
which means a lot. So pay attention. And speaking of paying attention, the website. That's a transition. That doesn't make any sense. But the website for What the Fog has been overwhelmed by demand, as predicted. People love that cute little game. So we're working on it. Stay tuned. Don't worry. We have lots and lots of keys for it. So just as soon as we're able to tell you it's back up, we'll give you a mention on the stream here or in the chat.
She mentioned hatchets. Huntress is one of the 5,
what we can do is tell you about something you can get your hands on today.
Yes, and so recently, I think it was December, we released 3 DLC packs. They're called Maddening Darkness, Old Wounds, and Macabre Tales. That was a way for players to get a big bunch of our older content all
Huntress
in
and
one
Billy
free
combo,
dose.
yeah.
And so we're actually going to be doing that again.
Yeah, so this pack is actually going to pick up exactly where the last one left off, which is going to be the Endless Hunt pack. And in this pack, you're going to get 9 playable characters, starting with Portrait of Murder, Roots of Dread, Forge in the Fog, and Tools of Torment. And along with this pack is going to be all the additional outfits and DLC exclusive items. But of course, if you don't want to get the pack, they will be individually marked down in the in-game store, so you can get them there.
Yes, so that Endless Hunt pack is actually available right now. It is the best way, especially if you're a newer player to Dead by Daylight, to get a big bunch of great content. So that out of the way, we want to keep the train rolling. Next up, we're going to be welcoming
You got
Derek,
all of them?
right where you're sitting. He's going to tell us all about gameplay improvements and quality of life improvements coming to Dead by Daylight, including a very big one that people have requested for ages. So let's talk to Derek.
Yeah, you've already said that about DBD, maybe. You need to get them? I don't know whether I've got them.
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome, Derek. to our stream for the first time. Derek is from our product management team. He works with the dev team on creating all sorts of cool quality of life updates, gameplay updates, and he's here to tell you about some good ones today.
Twilight
Derek,
will be traumatized by hatchets and chainsaws.
Even better after this segment when we hear what you get to say. So I already know what you've got to say, but I think people are going to be excited to hear about it. The upcoming challenge system. This isn't something we've told people about. Why don't you tell them about it right now? How's
Challenge
it going to benefit
system.
our players?
So we really wanted to deliver new in-game challenges to players and new ways for them to be constantly rewarded outside of just tomes and archives. So we're going to be introducing a new challenge system, which is a system of challenges, hence the name.
Perfect.
That players are going to be able to complete completely passively. That means that players don't need to actively select the challenge that they want to complete, and they can complete multiple of them at the same time. Initially, we're going to start with daily challenges, weekly challenges, and event challenges. And later on, we want to expand those into other parts of the game as well. We think that this is going to be a great way for players to be constantly rewarded just for logging in and
you're.
playing DBD.
Oh, Dwight will be
And it's gonna be an
traumatized by
amazing
hatchets and
experience for everybody.
chainsaws.
I
Yeah.
think that's a really great addition. I think people in the community are going to really appreciate.
I'm looking forward
just
to
being
that.
rewarded for doing what they already
Yeah.
do. Not having to go out and seek it, but just it's happening in the background at all times. That's really great.
More blood points.
Another great thing that we're adding actually is how we talk to our players. That's the main job of my team, is talking and listening to our players. But we do it out in the world. We do it on social media. We do it on TikTok and Twitter and other places. But in-game is obviously the best place to talk to people, and you've got some updates there.
Yeah, we're here to make the players' lives easier and your life easier as well. So we're going to be introducing a new inbox-based system that will help connect players with the news that you have to announce, including patch notes, announcements, rewards, and a lot more. That way, players will see less pop-ups when they launched into the game.
Just like in
and they'll be able to
Fortnite,
get
challenges
into the
can
games
be done in one game,
And
yeah.
overall,
Sounds like little
players will be able to
achievements
stay
that we
connected with
just
the world of DBD and
get
the news that you have to
over
announce.
time
and it gives us new
without
tools,
even
right? Like
worrying
being
about
able
it,
to tell
yeah.
people the patch notes in detail. is
Behind the,
something we couldn't do
you know,
before,
while
and now
we're
we
in a
can.
match and stuff,
So,
they
and you have
get
to go
done and
find
we
it on
get
the web,
rewarded
you'll be
for
able
it.
to get it in the game. Pop-ups, not pop-ups, but notifications for rewards as well.
Guess I
is
better
great
reinstall
improvement.
DVD. Come on,
Really good
nerdy.
work there by the team.
Join the
But
join
we're
the
not done. Actually, this
join
is
the
something
crew.
people are familiar with, the finisher Mori system.
I'm praying
We
that they
tested it out
don't
a while
introduce
back on
voice chat.
TTB, got a ton of great feedback from the community. The team took that feedback, went back to the shop to tinker with it, and we've got the final version to tell people about now.
Right. I love finisher Moris. I think they're a really amazing showcase for how deadly and gruesome our killers can be. But we also acknowledge that there was some room for improvement from the survivor's perspective. So like you said, we've taken the feedback, we've reiterated on it, and tried to land on what was the best player experience. So, in a
What are you gonna do with Moris?
Finisher Moris are going to become a baseline feature for all killers in the game. That means that killers are going to have access to the killer finisher Moris by default, but they're only going to be able to use them on the last remaining survivor. That way, if the killer is able to successfully pull it off, we get an exciting conclusion to the match.
Don't like
and
it.
The survivors can feel that the game's ended in a fair way. And
Don't like it.
And this match went smoothly, and it was a really exciting experience for everybody.
Join us in
Mori
the fog.
offerings
That's
are also
right,
gonna
Vol.
be updated to instead give bonus blood points, so that it'll be a more.
I mean,
rewarding
it's
experience for
it is
killers
fair
compared to
gameplay though.
So the killer's going to want to land that at the end.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
happens at the end, like you said, so we're not killing the flow of the match. I think it's a really great balance from where we started and the feedback that we got, so kudos to you and the team. And that's all we've got
I
for you
prefer the
today.
Mori
Unfortunately, you have
being
to go,
over
but
being on a
the show
hook,
is
yeah.
far from over. Next up, we're going to hear about the new chapter coming to Dead by Daylight. So stay tuned, everybody, and thank you, Derek, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
So now if we're playing as killer and we've got the Ebony Memento Mori, we won't be able to Mori everybody. We can only Mori the last person of the match, if we catch them. Don't know how I feel about that.
I'm already so excited for the challenge.
And it's default.
And the finisher Mori.
I just want to shout out Derek for dropping so casually such a highly anticipated.
Oh, you don't have to bring in a Mori.
Yes, cross progression is
Oh.
finally coming. Super excited, and it's another
it's just
reason to
default.
make your behavior account. So not only will you be able to get What the Fog for free, but you also be prepping yourself for cross progression, which we know that's something you're once again going to have to be waiting to get your hands on. But we can now talk about merch, which you can get your hands on right now. So with the merch store, we've got the always popular mystery boxes coming back for this anniversary. And obviously because of the name, I can't tell you what's in the box. Maybe I'll try, you know. But anyway, in the boxes, you're going to see 4 very exclusive DVD items specifically for this release. It's also going to include an art print where some of them are actually signed by our creative director, Dave Richard.
Which is pretty amazing. I had Dave sign my chest backstage.
Would that work for mine?
He's got a great
the
signature.
Default Mori?
It's a really cool piece too. If you haven't gotten a mystery box in the past, it's always just a fun unboxing.
It's more personal than being a slap of meat on a hook.
But we also have an update to the DBD board game.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There is going to be an expansion pack for the Dead by Daylight, the board game. And this is going to be called
I think the Iridescent Mori will still allow the killer to Mori all the survivors on Death Hook.
And 4 new survivors, Michaela, Jonah, Hattie, and Vittorio. It's also going to come with 2 new maps, which is going to be the Garden of Joy and the Forsaken Boneyard.
That's super exciting, and I'm so happy to see the success of the board game. I'm such a tabletop nerd that
he does have his Tombstone add-on.
I'm glad that people are resonating with it. So shout out to level99games.com, which is where you want to go to pre-order it. You'll get it later this summer. Obviously, the DBD merch shop as well is available. You can open it up on your phone with that QR code. You can go to another tab and get some shiny stuff.
Yes, it'll be really nice, especially like you said in the summer.
I hate that add-on with a passion.
Grass at the same time. So other than that, if you have any questions about the content we've been dropping so far, because it's been a lot of content, we will have our live Q&A segment at the end of the stream. So make sure you're dropping your questions into the chat. But other than that, roll initiative, because it's time to talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Here we go.
Poor misguided wanderer. First there were many, and now so few. How little you must value
Dungeons and Dragons.
to take a single insignificant breath in my sanctum.
Oh.
I'm afraid there will be no quick death. No escape from this suffering.
The map looks sick, yeah, in a castle.
I shall draw out your ending as I see fit.
Oh, because it's a full chapter too.
For in dark places such as this,
Who's the killer?
must keep themselves entertained.
Vecna.
Hello friends, I'm Mathieu Côté, Head of Partnerships for Behavior Digital, and I'm extremely happy to be joined here today by Sean from our friends at Wizard of the Coast.
The one from
be with me talking
Stranger
about
Things.
what we just saw. Hi Sean.
Whoa, it's Ganondorf.
Pleasure. We just saw the trailer here. I still have goosebumps. This is so amazing. Like I was saying earlier, I have inner child in me that's thrilled right now. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since I'm 10 years old, and it's an absolute dream come true. So thank you so much for being a part of that.
Of course, yeah, my pleasure. I 10-year-old Sean wakes up every day realizing that he works at Wizards of the Coast. Dream job. So we're super aligned on that.
So Dungeons & Dragons is probably one of the biggest gateways that people have had to how to craft stories, how to design games, how to create experiences for other people. We've seen it, of course, within the dev team. There's so many people who've got their first taste of designing games through Dungeons & Dragons. Have you seen this to be true with other developers that you've worked with?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I always say it's the easiest thing about my job is I never have to teach people what D&D is or what the brand is about, because
Yeah,
when
the
I'm
new
working with
Survivor looks
developer,
cool, and Elf.
I guarantee you the person that
Or
I'm talking to
half
has
elf.
played, and everybody on their team has played, or at the very least is like very aware of what
I
the game
missed
is
the
about.
name
So
of
it makes
the
my job very,
Survivor.
very
What's
easy.
the name of the Survivor?
You know, I always joke around. D&D is kind of this like the building block or like the connective tissue between game designers. You can be at a gaming convention and you're talking to other developers, and if you have nothing else in common, just start talking about D&D.
It's true. It's kind of a common language. There's so many common references there. For me personally, like I said, it's a dream come true. I still play Dungeons and Dragons every week with my group of friends. I'm the forever DM in that group, and I know that there are a couple of other people on my team who were absolutely thrilled to be a part of this. What made sense for Wizard of the Coast to enter into this collaboration?
That's a great question. I think that exploring horror.
I missed the name of the Survivor.
Really,
I think
really interested us.
that they'll mention
Dungeons and Dragons has dipped its toes in horror.
D&D, I'm in.
You know, we've got modules like Curse of Strahd. We've got a lot of different horror elements we've brought together in some of our monsters. Obviously, characters like Vecna have been super horror driven. So when the idea popped up on our radar, hey, you know, what do you think about working together with Behavior on a Dead by Daylight module? Like the light turned on instantly. I don't think anybody was there were no question marks. It was mostly just exclamation points. It's like, how do we do this the best, right? Like, let's find the coolest character. Let's find the coolest setting. Let's really make this a true sort of celebration of D&D inside of Dead by Daylight and make it a way that feels super native to that game.
Yeah, and you mentioned horror. I mean, I know a lot of people will probably think that their first thought when they think of Dungeons and Dragons is not necessarily horror, but there is quite a lot of potential for horror in there. I mean, it is a very flexible medium to tell stories, and horror stories are some of the stories that will provoke the most intense emotions and reactions in players. So for us, it made sense. Yes.
Yeah, I'm also slightly in the forever dungeon master box that you are. I try to inject a little bit of horror into all the campaigns that I run. I think that it's just a great tool to use to tell stories. If your players never get scared, right, you're probably doing something a little bit wrong. And like you mentioned, Dungeons and Dragons is just a really flexible system for telling stories. At the end of the day, the players and the dungeon masters, you're not fighting each other. You're just there telling a collaborative story about what happens. And horror is just a great tool.
Alrighty, guys, I've got to quickly go to the loo. I will be back as soon as I possibly can.
It's always been, hey, we are a horror game, but the tools are there if you want to do it. And I think some of the best storytellers out there definitely implement those tools.
Yeah, there are many examples out there. Now, why Vecna? I mean, we've seen it in the trailer. He is an absolutely terrifying presence. I think that whether you're a survivor or a killer and you play with Vecna in that game, it's going to be a really, really intense experience. So tell me a little bit, why Vecna and why it makes sense?
For me, the main reason that Vecna was very clearly like on the top of the podium the entire time we were discussing potential killers is that Vecna has always had this horror movie monster vibe to him. I mean, as a lich, he's always had the ability to, you can even kill him and he just pops back up and will come back. It might not be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might be a couple of years in the future, but like Vecna's always going to come back. He just has this real inevitability to him, right? You know, it's, and the thing about D&D is very quickly in a D&D setting, your party becomes
Alrighty, I'm
a
back.
group of powerful adventurers, right?
Anything I've missed?
You're defeating all these other monsters that, you know, like dragons and stuff. And then Vecna shows up and you're like, oh, we need to run away. Vecna's here. Like, he's such a scary, inevitable threat in the universe that even his earliest appearances were just items with his name on them. And everybody was wondering, oh, who's this guy Vecna that's got this eye and this hand? And it was just like whispers of this ancient evil that was so powerful you couldn't even print a stat block for him because he was just that strong.
Yeah, it's the terrifying presence that few talk about, but if you've heard about him, it's probably already too late. It's true that it's got that absolute flavor, and he has been part of the Dungeons and Dragons universe for almost 50 years now, right? He was there at the very, very beginning, like you said, as whispers, as just a note in there. But he does have a stat block, and reading it is all. It's not ridiculous, but it's so much power in those pages. Like, you understand that he is, like you said, inevitable, but also he is able to scare a party of level 15 adventurers who are technically almost unstoppable by that point, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
It's always like I've lost quite a few
Vecna is iconic
myself to Vecna, and Eve of Ruin. We've got the new book coming out, and as soon as you see Vecna, Eve of Ruin, I was like, oh, looks like I'm gonna lose a couple more.
Yeah. But that's part of the fun. That's writing stories with your friends. So before we let Yannick and Dave take us through the details of how we implemented Vecna with the gameplay mechanics of Dead by Daylight, how we presented him to our players, I'm wondering if you have a message for the hardcore D&D fans out there who may not be familiar with Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I do actually, and it's try this chapter out, even if you don't play it. Like watch somebody stream it, because this chapter, it's a love letter to Dungeons and Dragons from a very passionate and very talented team of developers of Behavior. It was super obvious throughout the entire process that, from the sound design work to the animations and the modeling and it's I can't stress enough how easy it made the approvals process on our end, that all of this work came in very obviously driven by an incredibly high level of passion for Dungeons and Dragons. If you are a D&D fan, there's really cool Easter eggs in the map. There's really cool Easter eggs all over the place. There's just a ton of love for D&D in this thing. And if you're a fan, there's something in here for you, I promise. Even if you don't think that horror is your thing, give it a try. It's super fun.
Thank you so much for the kind words. Seriously, it means the world to me. Now, I think we'll wrap this up for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today in our anniversary. And I hopefully will see you in the fog.
I wonder what else we'll be getting. So we've got a board game. We've got the Dungeons and Dragons chapter. We've got
hi, I'm not Dave. You're not Janet.
What the Fog
we're,
coming
quickly interrupting our
out at the moment.
Segment. There's a lot more. Stay tuned. Dave will be right where I am in just a second to give you an update on cross progression. So this is a live show. We're having a live TV moment.
Oh, cross progression.
So apologies. You might have noticed, even though I was dressed the same, our segment with Derek that was just before was pre-recorded. And in fact, we played the wrong one. So we want to give you more details on cross progression here. So that's what we're going to do. So take it away, Dork.
Yeah, so cross progression is hands down one of the most requested features. Every single stream, every single post. You guys are wanting cross progression, and we're giving it to you later this summer. Players will need to own the base game on any platform that they're playing on and have a Behavior account. I'm sure you heard me talking about cross progression with an account, and you're like, what is she talking about? Yeah, so make sure you have that, and you'll be able to use cross progression later this summer. We do understand that the website is currently down because so many people are trying to get to the website and make their account, but we're working on it, and we'll have this to use shortly.
Yep, and just as a clarification, in case we have a few folks in chat that aren't aware, Dead by Daylight, this is cross progression for console and PC Dead by Daylight. We're not talking about Dead by Daylight mobile. It's really its own experience if you've never played it. It's a different beast from
crossing fingers on a werewolf, dragon, or sea monster killer in the future.
Awesome. So along with the Twitch drops and a chance to get What the Fog for free, players now have another reason for their Behavior account and another reason to crash our website. So like we said, bear with us. The site will be brought back up and all this will happen. Regarding cross progression,
sea monster would be cool,
exceptions about in how the system's going to work.
Well, while every platform will have cross progression, there will be a few exceptions to what can be shared between those platforms. But stay tuned. We'll have a full FAQ coming very soon so that you can go ahead and learn more about cross progression for Dead by Daylight.
Yep. Sweet. And as mentioned, now we're going to pass it to Dave and Janik for some great deep details on our Dungeons and Dragons chapter.
Nessie or a mermaid? I wonder how a mermaid would work in DBD.
All right. Thank you, Dork, Eric, for this cross-progression information, just to prove that we are live. So we're super excited today to be able to talk about the Dungeon and Dragon chapter. I am Dave, creative director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm joined by my good friend, Yannick.
Hello, Yannick Never, principal game designer on Dead by Daylight. Today I'll be talking about all the intricacy of the gameplay on this chapter, but first a little mention. Dead by Daylight, 8 years, introducing Dungeon and Dragon. It's a big milestone for us, but we're not the only one hitting a special milestone.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that Dungeon and Dragon turns 50 this year.
Wow.
And we are super proud and happy to be part of the celebration. We just want to say that maybe when we turn 50, we do something else with you, Wizard of the Coast. Or maybe sooner.
Yeah, we'll probably be in retired home, but I'll be glad to join the party. So first, Dungeon & Dragon in Dead by Daylight. I have to be honest here. The first time you told me about what's going to be coming next, I was surprised because I'm a big horror fan, but when you think about horror, Dungeon & Dragon is not the first thing that comes to mind. But thinking about it more, I realized, no, wait, there's a lot of horror in Dungeon & Dragon.
Sure.
And Ravenloft being my favorite module. So like you really specifically focus on certain element of the brand. So please tell us about those pillars.
Yeah, so when we start a chapter, we always have a sandbox created so that we stay, around some specific pillars, like you said. Of course, when we think Dungeons and Dragons, the first thing that comes to mind is a magical world, high fantasy, magical creatures, wizards, magic, all sort of things that don't necessarily fit exactly well into a horror setting. But because D&D is a world of imagination where we can create whatever we want, there's also a way to make it happen. So for us, the first pillar was to make sure that we had a good juxtaposition with fantasy, so fully embracing that type of content. But
that would work well.
Like you've seen in the trailer, having a character like Vecna made perfectly sense for that horror setting. The second pillar is creative role-playing. So in the image of Dungeon and Dragon, we wanted to make sure that players had a lot of agency, a lot of choices. So that goes from an amount of spells you can choose from in the power, which we'll talk about later, or even customization. So a way you can, kind of create your own character in some way. We just wanted to make sure that we had a lot of gameplay choices in the DBD trials. And the last pillar we worked with is chaos. So that's actually one of our main pillar in Dead by Daylight. But a lot of what happens in Dungeons
they're
and Dragons
in their
is
fantasy era. They did the sci-fi one with multiple chapters.
You see the result and you adapt to it. So we wanted to recreate that feeling inside the Dead by Daylight trials as well.
Yeah, Dungeon & Dragon is really about exploring a fantasy world, but also be thrilled about what's going to be the monster you're going to meet the next time you open a door.
So let's talk about that killer you'll meet the next time you open the door. So of course, Dungeons & Dragons has a lot of iconic monsters we could have chosen from, a lot of iconic villains as well. And with our friends at Wizard of the Coast, we've established that our next killer would be Vecna. Vecna is just a perfect fit for Dead by Daylight. He's a lich, so a powerful wizard that turned himself into undead to be able to continue his villainy. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. So he wanted to continue to do his horrible stuff for as long as he could. Vecna also has access to every spell in the books. So that was very interesting for us to create an interesting power. Of course, we also have a survivor in the chapter. So the Bard, a very interesting class. There's many classes that we could have chosen from, but the Bard was really the one that fit the most into our horror setting. For example, when we think about a class like the Paladin, you think of the ability to turn the undead, magical sword, big plated armors.
So it looks like we've got a male and female Bard that we can customize? Maybe?
The bard with abilities like bardic inspiration, the ability to sing, to play musical instrument, to know lore, and even to insult the villain is just so on brand that it was a perfect fit. So that's why we chose the bard. As you've seen in the image and the trailer, we're doing something special with the survivor.
Yep.
It's akin to what we've done with Legion. So through the cosmetic customization, you'll be able to choose between two specific characters inside the same survivor.
Oh, sweet.
So you'll have the choice between Ice Tree, a female elf, or Beramar, a human male. Yeah.
A female elf and a human male.
When I was
Nice.
younger, playing Dungeon & Dragon, like in my friends group, the bard was not really a class that people tend to play.
True.
Compared especially to other class that you had. But throughout times, like there's been many change and iteration on the class. It has not
Female
become
elf, hands
such a popular
down.
class to play. Really fun.
But like,
now, definitely, and has
like
become,
the Legion or
Dungeon & Dragon as much as a Red Dragon now.
Absolutely, every party
what's her name?
nowadays has
From
a
Silent
bard,
Hill.
and
It'll
we've also
be
seen
a part of the
bard
same
love,
skin, so
into
all you
other
have to do
content
is
that
get the
Dungeon &
skin
Dragon
bait.
produced, like the movie, for example.
Yeah, so we have an undead wizard, we have a troubadour. Do we have a new map?
Absolutely. We're super proud to have a full chapter for the anniversary, and shocking no one, the map is a dungeon. Absolutely. So in the Borgo realm, we have a new map with a new building. So there is a top part set in the marvelous new lighting of the Borgo realm, and you can find this isolated tower in the middle. You can go inside and go into an extensive dungeon underground, packed with surprises and Easter egg related to Dungeons and Dragons. The goal with this map is that we've imagined that Vecna, knowing about different realms and plane, now trapped into the realm of the entity, would find a place to make his own, his lair, and so that he can study where he is, the world, the entity, and potentially find a way to escape, maybe not. We are also introducing a new gameplay mechanic in this map called Passage. So these are basically doors, magical doors, which you can use to teleport from one area to the map to the next. And we think it's going to add a new interesting spice to chases.
The map, the Easter egg, it's super fun. Like if you're
New
a fan of
ball game
Dungeons
map.
and Dragons,
Yeah, I was right.
just exploring, you're gonna be thrilled to see all the small and the big one. On the gameplay side now for Vecna, so the way we
Teleport time, yep.
The killer this
Through
time,
magical
interestingly,
doors.
He comes from a game, so he has game mechanic that are existent. So we look at all like stats block and try to come up with like the best spell that could be translated into game mechanic for us, and also make sure that these will be like thrilling and exciting to use. But then, so definitely he's a spellcaster, a very powerful one. So the goal was to make him feel as such in our game. But like I was saying, magic, it's something that we have never really tackled, not that way before. Something we've tried to stay away from. Like our powers are really visceral or like grounded as much as possible. It's something that do you want to talk about a bit? Magic?
Yeah, yes, please. I hope some of our team colleagues are laughing right now. I kind of have a bad rep internally about magic. It's almost a taboo word that we can't use. But now making a D&D chapter, for sure we had to embrace magic. And of course there is a space for magic in horror games, but it has to be taken with the right tone. So in this case, we're talking necromancy, blood magic, magic of the dead. And there's a touch of realism and visceralness that we wanted to add to magic versus something more flashy like a magic projectile or a fireball, for example. There's also something quite interesting out of Dungeons and Dragons, and these are the utility spells. They're spells that are not used to kill or damage, but they're used in very creative ways. And we wanted to highlight that with the Lich, with Vecna. So that was our approach. Now, do you want to talk to us about the spell that we actually chosen?
Sure. So you have access to 4 different type of spell. Pretty much any time they have their own individual cooldown. But so the first one
4
is called
spells?
Fly, a very popular, well-known Dungeons and Dragons spell in our game. It lifts up the killer, and you're pushed forward obviously faster. So it's really like the traversal aspect of the power. It lasts for a short amount of time, and it's going to also end if you vault a pallet or a vault location. And this is really useful to get closer to Survivor and get to the next gen as soon as possible. The next one is called Flight of the Dam, which is, it's not really a Dungeons & Dragons spell. It's more connected to
Here we go, some
Vecna.
gameplay.
It's actually an ability that he has. What it does is that it casts five different individual projectile, and then it shoots them in a cone radius effect in front of him. These projectiles pass through obstacles. They don't go very far, but if they hit the survivor, they get damage instantly. It might sound very
That's
powerful
cool.
and easy to use, but it's not the case. Survivor have a lot of counter, but the spell can also be used to zone in this aspect, so you can also go for the basic M1 attack during that time. The third spell is called Dispelling Sphere, which is actually, it's a combination of different existing Dungeons & Dragons spell. We just felt it was more compelling to combine them into one spell. So what it does, you cast a large sphere in front of you, and that sphere moves slowly throughout the level. Survivors do not see that sphere, and if they get in contact with that sphere, they get revealed for a few seconds by Killer Instinct, and also have their magic items disabled for a minute.
Right.
And the last but not least spell is Mage Hand, very well known Dungeons & Dragons spell. What it does in Dead by Daylight, you, as a killer, you can tag up a nearby pallet, and if the pallet is upward, it blocks the pallet for a few seconds, cannot be interacted by Survivor,
But
and if it's downward, it's lifted up for you, so you can fully pass without any...
So for survivors, it puts the pallet down for you, but for a killer, it lifts it up.
He has a lot of tools and tricks in his bag, and it's really about managing all the force spells, the cooldown, and try to activate them at the right moment. So that's really how you're going to improve as a killer, is learning how to use them at the right time and be efficient with them.
So lots of strategic and tactical choices here.
Correct.
So you've mentioned very quickly during the Dispel Sphere, the magical item.
Did I? Yeah.
What's that?
Okay. So this is the new toy for Survivor. It's called magic items, but keep in mind it's not an actual items that they use. So this time, if you face Vecna, you're gonna have Survivor gonna have 7 different chests that's gonna spawn throughout the level. Survivor go interact with those chests, and while during the opening of the chest, there's gonna be a D20 dice roll. Yes, it's Dungeons & Dragons.
There you go.
You couldn't do without the dice roll. So this dice roll will determine the content of the chest. So if Survivor roll from 2 to 4, they get a basic Dead by Daylight brown item. So
better than nothing.
Yeah, well, maybe that brown medkit might save your life. I don't know. But the fun part is when you roll from 5 to 19, that's when you get the magic items. And the way it works is that each Survivor has an equipment slot, 2 equipment slots. They have the bracers and the boots. So there's 2 types of magic items, and each magic item is going to be randomly linked the first time you open the chest to one of the 4 Vecna spells. And so once they are equipped, each time the killer will cast the spell that is linked to one of your magic item, you're going to gain a passive bonus to help out, avoid the spell or help you out against Vecna in general. So to be more precise, so if you have bracers against the fly spell, you're going to see Vecna's aura during the traveling while he used the spell. If you have a boots, for example, against the Flight of the Dam, you see the aura of the projectile, very useful because the projectile goes through collision, and the best way to use that spell is through walls. If you have magic items against the Dispelling Sphere, Survivors see the sphere, so they can juke and go around the sphere as much as they can. And if you have a counter against the Mage Hand, you see the aura of the hand on the palette, and also gain a little aced effect, so that help you out around the loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really important to search those chests.
Yeah, correct. Because the way that we tackled this, the balance in this case, is that we made sure that the The magic items do not trunker the killer's power. It's made or balanced to face survivor who have them equipped. So if you don't get those, definitely the killer might feel a bit oppressive. So it's really up to survivor to get to those chests and equip them as soon as possible.
Great. And just to be clear, you can also equip a normal item with that. So you can have your flashlight, bracer, and boots.
Correct. It's a very different slot.
So everybody heard you talk about a lot of numbers here on the dice, but you've not mentioned the critical fail, 1, and critical success on the 20. For people that don't play D&D, these are like events, the best event that can happen in Dungeons & Dragons when you get that critical fail or that critical success. So what happens in Dead by Daylight when that happens?
Yes, so we have critical roll in the game. If you roll a 1, you get, a big nothing. Although I've heard sometimes people get a green key. I guess
that's
lucky
better, yeah.
But I know what you get if you roll a 20. So anyone who's familiar with Vecna in the lore of Dungeons & Dragons, there are 2 very specific artifacts that exist that is called the Eye of Vecna and the Hand of Vecna, and we introduce them in our game. So you roll a 20, you get one of the 2. You never know. But these works more like a normal item, so you have to pick them up.
I sense that the Hoarder pack is going to be used with Vecna a lot.
So you merge with the items, and then you unlock a very powerful ability up to like perk level. Yes, it's very strong. I guess you want to know.
But please do say.
Okay, sure. So if you attune with the Eye of Vecna, they use with lockers. So if you fast exit a locker, you're going to be unseen, unheard by the killer for 15 seconds. And on top of that, you gain a haste boost effect. And if you attune with the Hand of Vecna, you fast enter a locker and you're going to be teleported further down, further locker.
Wow.
So very powerful. I forgot a little details because they might sound super strong, said like that, but they come with a cost.
I use
so to
it
use
for
them, you
my
have to be
Dragon
full
Knight
health.
build.
And
Very
once
useful.
you use them, you instantly lose a health state. And also, at the end of the effect, you get revealed by Counter Instinct. So be very mindful the way you use them, because we've seen a lot of situations where it backfires at the survivor. And the killer has definitely a spell to help him out, get back at the survivor, and get the down.
So it's very on brand with what a cursed item should be.
Indeed.
So thank you so much, Yannick. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff coming with Vecna, and we had no time today to talk about anything more about the killer perks or the survivor. But I have to say very quickly that the survivor perk will allow you to create illusions, to perform on the loot. You can even perform with other survivors to do the full melody. There's also a dice roll mechanic for one of the perk. So if you want more information after the show, you can go on our website, deadbydaylight.com, and get all of the details you need. Merci encore, Yannick, for all the information. And thank you so much to all of you. Happy anniversary. And I'll be passing it back to Eric and Dork.
No, that's cool how they brought the dice in, and if we roll a 20, we get like the Eye of Vecna and something else. We'll be able to see what Vecna's using on the map. Can't wait. Illusions, yeah.
Oh my god, Dungeons & Dragons and Dead by Daylight.
You are a pretty frequent DM yourself, right?
Yes, I do DM on occasion. Forever player, as they said in the interview. Well, no, forever DM.
Yeah.
Never a player. Please make me a player.
You must be so psyched.
So psyched. I'm so psyched. I'm so excited. I just cannot wait to see what we have in store and to go against Vecna.
Hopefully people have noticed your dice necklace.
My nice D4 I got. Okay. But yes, just like Dave said, don't forget to head over to deadbydaylight.com.
I never expected Dungeons & Dragons and DVD, neither did I, to be honest.
You'll also be able to see the perks that we've got for him and our bard coming into the fog.
And also, don't forget to ask questions in the chat when you're not spamming nonsense garbage. Ask real questions, and we'll answer them later in the Q&A. You don't need to say claim. Please stop saying claim. You're not claiming anything by saying claim. Stop.
But we appreciate your enthusiasm. But next we're going to be, I'm going to be joined by Dave Richard back on the couch for him to walk us through the ever-expanding world of Dead by Daylight.
Nice. What lies ahead? I'm geeking out with this chapter. I'm sure you are, Nerdy. I'm sure you are. I just can't wait to play What the Fog. So after this stream and stuff, I'm definitely going on Steam, and if I can get it for free, awesome. If I have to pay $5 to get it, that's cool too. Here we go.
Hey, I'm over here now. So I'm super excited for this part of the stream because not only do we get to talk about 2 upcoming projects within the world of Dead by Daylight, that being Supermassive's The Casting of Frank Stone, and an unnamed multiplayer PvE game by Midwinter.
Oh, it's $7.50? That's all right.
So, Dave, can you please tell me why we chose these games to be the right games for us to expand the world of Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of stuff going into that choice for sure. So first of all, we are super happy and grateful to have a community already there playing Dead by Daylight. So of course we listen to what they want to see, what they want to play. So that comes into the recipe of the choice we're going to make. We also want to make sure that we will create something new to experience, something that's completely out of what we are used to in Dead by Daylight.
I'm hoping we get a really good gameplay trailer or something for the casting of Frank Stone
into the world of Dead by Daylight. Some people that never heard of Dead by Daylight, but also some viewers that are interested about the world of DBD, but that don't play DBD because maybe
it's co-op two players.
So we want also these players to be with us and experience the world of Dead by Daylight.
And just like you were saying, with people being interested in the world of Dead by Daylight, as the creative director, why do you think there's so much interest in the lore of a multiplayer game that's based in action?
Well, it's been very important for us since day one when we started working on this project. The story and the narrative around everything we create. We want to make sure that every little component in DBD has a story and a reason to live in the universe. We take great care into making that happen. So, there's a lot of mysteries within mysteries, a lot of layers to our narrative, which I think are super interesting and players want to know more. So these games will allow us to discover these elements that we've seeded in the past. Like every killer and every survivor in Dead by Daylight could have their own movie or their own game, really.
Yeah, they've got so much lore. It's really amazing to just dive into. And speaking of lore, I mean, this is something we want to expand on with the world of Dead by Daylight. So we're doing that in one of our upcoming games, The Casting of Frank Stone. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Right, I can tell you a little bit.
Oh, come on.
So, of course, there's different type of stories in games, right? There's games that have a static narrative that you experience. That's great. There's also games that the narrative is made very organically by the players, like DBD is a good example of that. The Casting of Frank Stone is somewhere in between, right? It's a game where there is multiple narrative, and based on the player choice, and different things will happen, and based on their choice, different endings and different branching in the story will happen.
Right.
So the Casting of Frank Stone is very interesting for us because it brings the origin of a killer and potentially survivors, and the players are able to play that for the first time. Some things that we are used to see as a lore or a bio or a tome entry in DBD now will be playable. It's still in the Entities universe. It's still very much part of the world of DBD, but it's going to be out of the trials. So that's going to be an interesting take on our universe.
Okay, so we know that the Casting Frank Stone is still in that realm, but what about our other project, this unnamed multiplayer PvE game? Is that also going to be taking place in the Entities realm?
Absolutely. So it is in the world of DBD. It is in the entity. And one cool thing about the entity is that we know very little about exactly what it is. But we do know that it's a living universe. It is huge, and we can't really comprehend everything that's happening within it. So we know that DBD trials are a way for the entity to feed.
So like a
it's
telltale
very kind of organic process.
in Frank Stone.
We can imagine.
I
that
think
there are other
so.
parts
So
of the entity that serves
as we go,
other
we
purposes.
choose the
That is
decisions and
exactly
stuff
what we want to
that where the story's going to
So
go.
that allows us to create new narrative, new ways to experience a game, new gameplay opportunity, new set of rules. So these are things that we talked about in the past and that we always wanted to explore. So that's exactly what we want to do with this new Untitled game. So in a way, the world of DBD that we've created is like a book with infinite pages. We can add new stories to it forever, hopefully.
Just keep on reading.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you did talk about that, and is there any gameplay that we'll be able to see?
That we'll be able to see. Well, yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, thank you, Dave, for talking us through that. But now I
Gameplay?
want to see the gameplay. Let's see the gameplay.
Oh, for the PvE? Let's go. This is the new game, guys. So this unnamed game will explore more about the entity,
I'm
yeah.
Audrey, lead producer at Midwinter Entertainment. Last year, we gave you a very small glimpse of a project we started working on set in the Dead by Daylight universe. I'm happy to say that we have more to share with you on this game codenamed Project T. Instead of showing you a close to final game with some polished gameplay, we wanted to let you in on the development process. Right now, Project T is a work in progress, more than a fully fledged game. Our
Look
goal
at
is to craft an
that.
experience with all of you and create something that you would be eager to play. Let's hear more about Project T with our creative director.
Hey everyone. First, I want to say what an honor it is to be working in the Dead by Daylight universe. We love DBD's multiplayer thrills, and its dark, mature setting brings just the right kind of tension and danger for a game like this. In Project T, you play as trespassers, rough and tumble characters who have been whisked away from
That
their
looks like
realities
Trevor
and
from
trapped within the
GTA
entity's
5.
realm. There, in a vast region called the Backwater, they discover they
Wow.
must work together if they're to have any chance of survival. And of course, they're not alone. The Backwater is home to horrific monstrosities known as the Thrall. These terrors come in many forms and have different deadly abilities.
Right.
Their origins and nature are unclear, but they certainly don't take kindly to trespassers within their domain. To achieve your objectives, you'll have to battle the Thrall with every weapon at your disposal.
The world of Project T is called the Backwater. It's a unique place, another twisted realm within the entity's grasp. You'll be eager to explore this familiar yet ominous world, and it'll definitely give you the creeps. To add even more tension to your experience, we're building the Backwater as an ever-changing landscape, which offers a lot of possibilities gameplay-wise.
Right.
To navigate the Backwater, we're thinking of adding trucks in the game. Since it's a pretty big area, you would need a way to go from one point to another while escaping the hordes of Thrall. But there could be other uses for the truck. That's something we're thinking about. And we'd love to see what kind of ideas you
Oh,
might
look
have.
at that.
As DBD fans, we're having a lot of fun creating this new experience as part of the Dead by Daylight universe.
Can't wait.
DBD is all about horror, and we want to make sure we're crafting something that horror fans will appreciate, from the different biomes of the Backwater to the look of the Thrall.
Project T is still in early development, but that doesn't mean you'll have to wait another year to get more news. We're looking to get your opinions and share information, so we're creating a platform called the Insider Program. This is a place where all the players excited about this new take on the DBD universe
Yeah.
can gather and be active participants in the development of the project.
Sweet.
As an insider, you'll not only get exclusive information, but also in-game rewards and even the chance to join our closed play tests and give us your feedback. Join us to help shape an experience you'd
Oh,
like to
I'm
play
joining the
and make
Insider
Project T
program.
the best that it can be. See you soon.
That looks amazing. I'm hoping it's not just PC either, that they bring it to console too.
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
Is this Frank Stone?
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Why do you hate Cedar Hills so much? It used to be like town mascot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present The Mill.
Spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons.
Think that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
You can't shoot a movie in here. This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Steel Mill. Ever.
Such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Everything's all right. Either of you heard of Murder Mill?
Murder Mill?
There was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
Don't hurt the baby! Yeah, the casting of Frank Stone.
This place. Fuck! Whoever did this might still be here. We can't stay, okay? We gotta go.
It reminds me of like an Until Dawn DVD game.
And cut!
Let's go.
When you make dangerous cinnamon, you walk a dangerous line.
Can't wait for that. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh my god, that was such a cool trailer.
Right? Some chills there.
Did I see
Frank
a hunting
Stone.
mask?
Bringing,
God.
bringing it. Murder Mill? That seems familiar. Fans might know that one. Super cool.
Murder
It's so
Mill.
cool to see the way that the DVD universe is expanding.
Oh yeah.
From what?
I want to mention Project T. You saw a mention of the Insider program, so that's our team is there waiting for you on Discord. So you can join the Insider program to get up-to-date information on Project T and get involved in it and be part of the game's development. It's really the idea there is we're making the game with the community. So get in on the ground floor now.
Yes. With Project T, like Eric said, we are taking
Awesome,
this idea to
yeah.
a whole new level with making the game with you instead of just making it by ourselves. So if you love Dead by Daylight and you want to help with this new session-based multiplayer PvE game and bring it to life, sign up for the Insider program so that you can be in the know and get next steps. You also want to make sure you wishlist it on Steam because that really helps us.
Yes. And so Project T is quite a ways off because, like I said, we actually want to make it with our players. But the casting of Frank Stone is right on the horizon. So Supermassive, as hopefully folks know in the chat, they're just an amazing
One of the
developer
posters in
single-player narrative horror games, and now we're bringing Dead by Daylight into that.
It's one of the
genre, and it's just
posters
so
in the
cool to
Greenville
finally be there.
Theatre.
It
Right.
looks super terrifying. It looks
Ah.
super crisp and polished and awesome. I can't wait. So as you mentioned, wish lists do help a lot. So if you would do us a kindness, kindly give us a wish list, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, and speaking of Dead by Daylight, the PTB, I know a lot of you are itching to get into that. That will be at 1 p.m. as a reminder today instead of 12 p.m. So be ready to download that so you can go ahead and hop in and test out the new chapter.
I can't wait to see people's reactions to all the things that are
Oh,
in this
yeah.
chapter.
I cannot wait, especially for the locker one. I'm so excited for that one. But as we said, this is, we're getting pretty close to our live segment where it's going to be the live Q&A. So we'll have Justin, different Justin from Eric's Justin, come out to talk about this year's Twisted Masquerade in-game anniversary event.
Sweet. So we still get Twisted Masquerade as well.
Back again. This time I'm joined by Justin Banks, our senior product manager. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back.
Yes, welcome back to the anniversary show. And what would an anniversary be without the Twisted Masquerade, right? So the Twisted Masquerade is back. It happens every year during our anniversary in-game, and Justin's here to talk about it. So what have you cooked up this year?
So this year we got some amazing stuff. Honestly, I think it's our best anniversary event yet. But before we get to it, we have what we call Before the Masquerade. So that is going to be something that actually starts right after this stream. So for everyone who's watching, once this is over, go play. And we've got lots of really cool stuff as a big thank you to all of the players. It's really stuff from all of DBD's history, and it includes a lot of presents.
I love presents. I know you love presents. Our community probably loves presents too.
I think
Details?
So the details about said presents. We've got lots of login rewards, so lots of currencies for players to earn just by logging in whichever day throughout all of this. We've also got 2 recolored outfits, one for Meg and one for the Huntress, that players can earn through each week. So each week you'll be able to earn a different piece of this, so if you log in just once each of these initial 3 weeks, you'll get the full outfits.
Wow.
Which I think is a really cool way to get your hands on some cool outfits. Now, each of these initial 3 weeks is going to focus on a different period of DBD's history, so a different collection of years. What that means is that we're going to have map boosts and outfit sales of character outfits that were released during those years. So we really want to take you through this history with us. We want to celebrate the history of DBD.
That's really cool.
Then the cool stuff that I think everyone's really going to dig is we have some currency boosts, a different one for each week during Before the Masquerade. So for the first week, we have a blood feast. So 3 times the blood points.
Wow.
During week 2, we are going to have 3 times the rift fragments. So if you want to progress towards the rift, this is a very good chance to do it. Then during week 3, we've got 3 times the XP. So again, if you want to progress to the rift, this is also good, but this is a really good chance to earn some iridescent shards.
Sweet.
Damn. And then after D&D releases, the last week and a half we'll be doing double XP and double blood points, right?
Oh, we're doubling down, yeah.
So everyone can play the new chapter.
Nice.
They can get hyped for the Masquerade. They can nab some of the older anniversary charms as well. Is that true?
Exactly. So we want to give people a chance who haven't earned them during previous years, to celebrate the build-up to the event itself by earning, like some really cool Masquerade crows or things like that.
Awesome. Okay, so what about the event itself?
So the event itself, now that we've tackled Before the Masquerade, the big new thing that is coming for this year's Twisted Masquerade is the reveal of the host of the Masquerade, Trix herself. So players might have seen her hinted at during previous anniversary events or during in outfit descriptions referenced as the Mad Designer or Zizzletrix. So she's finally making her appearance. And throughout all of the event, we want to make it very clear, like, this is her party. She's everywhere. She's the entity's biggest fan, celebrating, holding this party in its honor. And she's not a playable character, so we want to make that very clear. She's there pushing everybody to engage and celebrate.
I love that. So does this mean we're going to see a lot more of her in the Twisted Masquerade?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of the UI that is themed. You might have seen some last year, so we've done a lot of updating for that. We've got Father Campbell's Chapel coming back with the whole party taking place inside. Some updated content in there to show that the party is progressing or dying slightly. You might find some corpses. Then, in addition to all that stuff really permeating the game, we've got the lobby, the loading screens. She's going to appear in trials. You will hear her laughing at you or cheering you on around the
Oh, there she is.
There's really voice lines that's going to appear everywhere, really accentuating the gameplay. It's going to be
Can't wait to see her, yeah.
We loved hearing all of the voice lines that we have had recorded for this. With all that stuff, like we've got a lot of really cool gameplay that I'm going to talk about in just a second. But one thing I wanted to mention is that all of our event gameplay now is going to take place within a separate event queue. So if you want some of the normal DBD, like in the core mode, you can have that. But if you want the event stuff, go over to the really cool event queue and take part of Trix's, Twisted Masquerade. And I have to say as well, if you go to the core mode, it's still going to have a lot of the decorations. So you get the vibe with the core experience.
And that's a really good quality of life improvement over last year, right? Like giving players that option to choose, if they want to just do classic Dead by Daylight, they can with some extra flair on it, or they can choose the event queue. That's a nice improvement. So you mentioned it. So what are some of the gameplay changes that are coming with Trix?
So Trix is bringing what we call her bag of tricks to the party. She wants to spice things up. She wants everyone to have a lot of fun. So what we've got is that as a match progresses, one of a series of abilities, or sorry, one of the tricks is going to be played on our players. And these are going to be things like giving everybody haste, giving people undetectable, spawning anniversary special chests or totems, some really cool stuff that's going to spice it up. And this is going to happen whenever 2 points are accumulated during a match. So at first I'd say one trick actually takes place at the match start. Following that, whenever 2 points are accumulated from
here we go.
gen, first hook, things like that, which each gives 1 point, that is then going to trigger another tricks to maximum of 5 during a match. So like, we want to really keep things interesting. And when a tricks is actually activated, you're going to see Trix herself appear alongside or take the spot of one of the dancing marionettes. She's going to even deliver a line that hints at what has been played. So if you're not paying attention, she's going to give you this really cool audio cue.
That's awesome. And so in addition to all of that, I think we're also doing some sort of update for the invitation mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely. So the invitations last year, we had players run around, gather those, and you could either spend it to use an ability while inside a chase, or escape with it to help you earn a mask. This year, there's no need to escape with it to earn a mask. That's a different thing. And we've even added outside of chase abilities to the invitation. So if you're someone who doesn't necessarily want to always be chased by a killer or wants to have a more diverse use for it, we've added that. So survivors can now go into quiet mode, so making a lot less noise, and can even do things like quickly enter a locker without alerting the killer. It's super useful to get out of that chase right away.
That's fantastic.
Or if they're nearby and you don't want to alert them. For killers, they can now use an invitation to immediately send a down
Trick or
survivor
treat.
to a
I
nearby
use
hook.
trick.
And as I can say from playtests, it's really fun.
I think the community is going to love that. Can't wait for them to play. But also, I think there's challenges we've added so you can earn masks, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this year, earning all of the masks is going to be related to engaging with event challenges and earning event currency. So all of them are going to be earned like this. That's going to be how you earn most of the rewards. And past masks and outfits that were earnable or in the store last year are also coming back. So if someone was not able to get those during previous years, those are all now going to be available inside the store for the duration of the event. And I have to say that we have also a licensed guest showing a mask this year, a Mr. Detective Tap.
Hey.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Oh,
look at those masks. Those
look
are
at the
fantastic.
masks, the clown, the doctor, the hag, plague, skull merchant, twins, Yunjin, the leader, Detective Tap, Renato, Kate, and Adam.
So we've got a few staples that are coming back that we've done and seen huge success with in the past for the event tome. One is the community challenges. So we know people love to play together towards earning things, so we've got a lot of those. So if people engage with the event, work towards those targets, hit their own milestones, I think they're going to earn some really pretty cool stuff. Also in the event tome is some really interesting lore about the observer discovering Trix's world. So if you want to know a little bit more about her, play those challenges, earn that lore. Then we've got some really cool stuff. I have to say the Twisted Masquerade is one of our favorite collections to work on every single year. As soon as the art team's concepts hit the table, or I guess the monitor screen these days, we're like enamored with them. Like we love working on this collection. So this year we've got 2 new 100% earnable outfits that you can earn through the event. We have one for Bill Overbeck, another licensed guest making his appearance in the Masquerade, and one for the Unknown, who is maybe trying to blend in a little bit at the party successfully.
Look at
In addition
that.
to all that really cool stuff, we've got some Tricks-themed charms and player cards that people can earn. Now, obviously with Tap's mask making an appearance as a reward, there's someone who accompanies him. So if people check out the in-game store during the Twisted Masquerade, they'll be able to find a really cool event-themed outfit for the pig.
Yeah,
Now,
there
we
it
are
is.
huge fans of this. I
Wow.
mean, it's got so many touches from the Saw franchise in there. I think it's amazing.
Pig fans were on the edge of their seats hoping.
Yeah, I know that Queen Bee will be
Amazing.
on the edge of her
So
seat.
we've covered a lot. Are there any last presents for the players that we haven't mentioned?
So there's a lot already, but we've got more. So the same as previous years, we're giving out lots of daily rewards to players. So there's going to be lots of currencies, like more blood points, more rift fragments, more iridescent shards.
Piggy!
Throughout the entire event, people are going to be earning stuff no matter what they do.
And for the
Bill
first
is
time,
finally getting a new
no
cosmetic,
matter when the
and the
player logs
unknown
in,
as
we're gonna
well.
give them enough event currency to get a single reward from the event.
Nice.
So as soon as you log in, we want to get you started and start enjoying the party.
I love that. Players are going to love that. Thank you, Justin, for your time and all that detail. So much detail. I hope people are psyched. Just as a note, the event in-game starts June 13th, but the Before the Masquerade event actually starts now, right after this show, today. And there is one last thing that we have not mentioned. It's all part of this wrapper of celebration, and it actually ties back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, does it?
Yes. So very, very excited to say that we will be putting some Dungeons and Dragons Dead by Daylight dice, that's a lot of Ds,
A lot.
up for sale in the merch store. You can pre-order it right now. It's not available. You can't get it right away, but you can get your pre-order in right away. And in fact, if you do the pre-order in the next 48 hours, you get a discount. Super psyched about this. There's tons of Dungeons & Dragons fans within the office. I'm sure there are in the community as well. So why not put them together with a cool new set of dice? And that is all we have. Unfortunately, Justin, you're done. Thank you for your time.
I was honestly always happy to be here.
So we're going to toss it now to Dork for our live Q&A, and we'll bring it home. Take it away, Dork.
Live Q&A.
All right, well, I've been like teleporting all around today. Now I'm over here. So we've covered so much content today. We've been talking about gameplay updates to Dead by Daylight, the 2v8 mode, the new titles, the Dungeons & Dragons chapter, and obviously with all of this content comes loads of questions, which we will be taking the time to answer for you. I say we because it's me, Dave Rashad, and Justin Brown. So let's go ahead and get started. So for Dave, question 1. In the Dungeons & Dragons segment, you mentioned 2 bards and 1. What does that mean? Are we getting 2 unique survivors?
No. So there is 1 survivor, same perks, but there is a different customization system around this character. So it's similar to what we've done with the Legion. So instead of having like normal head, torso, legs parts, for the bard we have head and torso in one piece, the legs in another piece, and the accessories. And so changing the head torso piece, you can modify which character you want to be.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so question 2, how big of an impact will the Project T Insider program actually have on the finished game? I'll actually go ahead and take this one. We really want this project to meet player expectations at launch, so we want to make an open dev route. And
My question is, will there be any aquatic killers in the future?
Fine-tune the game as we go. We'll be actioning insider feedback the whole time we're building the game, as your input and your insight will be highly considered throughout the entire process. So thank you. Question 3 for Dave. Will we see any existing Dead by Daylight characters in the casting of Frank Stone?
Ooh, well, I don't want to spoil anything. I can say that the game features a new cast of characters. They're original. It's an all-new story, but there are a ton of little things here and there to discover linking to Dead by Daylight for the fans.
Okay, thank you. Now you got a little treat. All right, our next question, question 4 for Justin. In 2v8, you said that there will be classes for survivors, but not exactly for killers. What does this mean, and will more killers be added in the future?
All right, I'll start with the easy one. Yes, of course, there will be new killers added. Each iteration we do after this first one, we strive to add a few more killers as we move forward. As far as classes go, it's something that we're still really waiting for. There's a possibility we do something like a class system, but we're going to wait until we get this iteration into your hands and work with your feedback and see where we take this mode.
All right, thank you, Justin. Question 5. What is the difference between a game mode and a modifier for Justin?
Okay, it's just like what Matt said. A modifier is really something that takes a little piece of a standard trial and sort of adjusts it like a darkness effect, maybe changing how fast or how many generators there are to do, or random perks. A mode is something that's going to fundamentally change the way the game's played, something really big and all-encompassing, something like 2v8.
All right, thank you. Again, Justin, I got a question for you. Question 6, can I duo killer with my friends in 2v8?
Absolutely. You can queue up with your friend. You know, you can get on Discord and talk to them and play killer together.
Okay, so I'm super excited for that. That's going to be amazing. All right, our next question. Can we play 2 of the same killers in 2v8, Justin?
No. The easy answer is no, you won't be able to play 2 of the same. You'll be able to mix and match between the 5, but 2 of the same killer will not be available.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine hearing both chainsaws revving? Like, oh, God. Overload. All right, question 8. I didn't get my blood points from grade reset yesterday. Will I get them back? I'll go ahead and answer this one. Yes, we're working on refunding the missing blood points to players, and you should receive them within the next few days. Really sorry about that. Question 9, can achievements and trophies be earned in the 2v8 mode when it releases, Justin?
The simple answer is yes. There are no specific 2v8 achievements or trophies, but if you're making progress towards one that already exists, like how many generators you have to repair, progress is still made towards those trophies.
All right, thank you. Question 10, are there plans to keep 2v8 permanent after some iterations, Justin?
So this is something we're still working out, but I can tell you for sure in year 9, it will not be permanent at any point. It's going to be an ongoing discussion. It's going to depend sort of the engagement level, the feedback we get from you, and when we feel the mode is fully ready before we continue those conversations.
Mm-hmm. So when the mode is active, make sure you are playing it. Okay, do this for us. So other than that, what is What the Fog couch co-op or online co-op only? I'll answer this one as well. What the Fog is online co-op only, available as soon as we find a fix for the website. Really sorry about that, but thank you so much for trying to claim the game right now. All right, question 12 for you, Dave. Is Matt Mercer voicing Vecna?
Good catch. He is. We're super excited to have Matt Mercer bring Vecna to life in the trailer, in game.
It's awesome, especially having one of the kings of Dungeons and Dragons coming and voicing Vecna. What a treat.
Absolutely.
But we don't have any other questions. Thank you all so much for submitting your questions, no matter where you are watching from. And thank you so much, Dave and Justin. Regarding cross progression, just going to fill this in really quickly. We also want to reiterate that we can't share specific plans just yet, as we are still finalizing the last details, but rest assured that as soon as we are clear to do so, we will, and we plan to also push out a public FAQ. So once the FAQ is posted, we'll announce it across all of our channels for your full awareness. Once again, a big thanks to everyone who submitted questions, and we hope these answers were helpful, and we'll be talking more about this stuff in the next coming months. As a last gift for our players, if you're already signed up for the Dead by Daylight newsletter, you'll receive 250k blood points. And if you are not, you can still register until May 15th to get that sweet, sweet reward. And another big thanks once again to Justin and Dave for sticking around to answer all of these amazing questions. And since this is almost the end of our show, we don't want to forget that the PTB goes live in 22 minutes. So now we're going to have Eric and Matt here on the couch one more time to wrap up the show with one final surprise.
Ooh, one final surprise, chat. What's it gonna be?
All right, this is it. This is the end. We've made it to the end of the show. It's been a great show. It's been a long show, and we thank you for sticking with us. We had so much to tell you about.
Yeah,
so
super excited with everything that has been announced.
Thank you so much. And look who's here to join me on the couch over there, Mr. Matt Cote. Matt, welcome.
Thank you so very much.
Well, nice of you to make it at the end.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I
eventually got here.
Yeah. Well, I was a little late. Had some surprises to work on. It's always something.
That's true. But I think all the surprises are wrapped up for now. Thank you again. Hopefully you'll join us on one of our upcoming streams. We're going to keep these rolling. Maybe you'll join us on one of our upcoming streams.
I'd be delighted.
Be fantastic. And that's it. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful Yes?
I just want to say before we leave, so the people who have been with us until the very, very end, we have one last surprise for you. We like to close the show with a surprise. It's a bit of a tradition nowadays. So this summer, we are going to be welcoming yet another legendary set of characters into the fog.
Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber.
Featuring featured in over 30 games, an animated series, an absolutely unforgettable soundtrack, and much, much more. We hope you are as excited as we are to welcome into the fog this classic franchise.
The franchise into DBD. Castlevania. Well, there you go, Vol. Dracula must be coming in. There we go. Castlevania is coming to DVD.
Right now, I cannot even tell.
Alrighty, guys. I really do appreciate all of you guys for coming in. We have got a lot of things that have been uncovered. We've got What the Fog, which I'm definitely going to be grabbing on Steam. We've got Castlevania coming. We've got Dungeons and Dragons coming into game. We've got the Twisted Masquerade. We've got the 2v8 mode as well. We've also got 3 licensed killer / survivors. 2 this year and 1 at the beginning of 2025. So that's very, very exciting as well. So a lot of amazing things coming into the world of DBD. Again, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Next stream will possibly be maybe Thursday, but I'll let you guys know regardless on our social media what we'll be playing and stuff. D&D and Castlevania, yeah, very happy. Very awesome. So I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, and I hope you guys have an amazing day tomorrow, and I'll see you guys Thursday for another amazing stream. Beano Cookie out. See you guys. Bye.